Oh, I think we are live. Hello, everybody. Oh, Sela, sorry. I forget my body self say I go live. I forgot myself. Hi guys, forgive me. Yeah, good evening, everybody. Or good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're joining us from. Tonight we'll be talking about collaborations. And Sela, you'll be one of the first few minutes. The silence be awkward. Sela, Charlie, I totally forgot. He's waiting for us to comment before he thought. Oh, Cyber, it's the child. I totally forgot I had connected. See, Cassie, Cyber, Stella, and everybody here. Welcome, welcome. Tonight we'll be talking about collaborations, and I know it's a topic that's dear to Stella. It's on Stella's heart. Stella has always mentioned it. Collaborations and then mentorship. So Stella, if you can join us via video tonight, it will be very, very great so that we can have 4 here. Myself, Sela, a model, a makeup artist, and if possible, Cyber can also join if he is not having orgasms. Cyber, if you are not preparing to or you are not in the middle of having orgasms, you can join us, discuss this topic. It has to do with collaborations with other creatives. Okay, so let me post the invites here. Copy. Okay, so let's have it here. Hey, Kofi Johnson, what's up? Everybody coming in. So guys, I've shared the invite link. Yeah, Cassie. Cyber is known for Glow by Didi. All right. Cyber is known for orgasm. So if we have Cyber here, then it means he's not having orgasms. So if he can join us, Stella, be on standby. You will join us so that we can have at least 4 people, a photographer, a model, and a makeup artist, so we can discuss this thing. Creative Vision, what's up, Charlie? Don't forget to drop your thumbs up as you come in also. And so this is the topic, collaborations with other creatives. So I've sent the link. If at this moment, if any of you can join, fine, you can join before we start the main discussion. Yeah. If you would want to join, just tap on the link now and you'll be able to join the stream via video. Be aware it's via video. So don't tap on that link if you're not in a position to show us that maybe you're having orgasms or something, and then so just be aware that the link that you will tap on will let you join this stream. So let me see. Let me now go and share. Let me grab the link and then share it in the various groups so people can join. If you can share it also, just go ahead and do so. But I'm trying to share it on my WhatsApp groups. So give me just some few minutes. Let me go ahead and share it. Okay. Sharing. Sharing. It's tedious sharing this on WhatsApp groups. It's very, very tedious, man. It's tedious. How I wish, people would just subscribe and hit the bell so that anytime I go live, I won't have to go through sharing this through on the various WhatsApp groups, Charlie. It's very, 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 very tedious, one by one. And all that. But then we still do it for the love. All right. So has anybody joined? Okay, still. Share StreamYard link on WhatsApp. Can I join in and ask a few? Yes, Kofi, you can. Is there a way to run it on phone. Yes, Stella, just tap on the link. The link I sent. Just tap on it. Just tap on the link. Nee says don't allow Cyber to join. Nee, why? Ade, why? Yes, Kofi, you can just tap on the link and join. Stella, once you tap on, if you're viewing with your phone, just tap on the link and it will open. If you're using your laptop, just tap. Gilbert, you're not late. We just started. Marilyn, what's up? Okay, so Kofi is here. Let me add Kofi. All right. So Kofi, hold on. Let me take my headset.
Okay.
Let me just take my headset so I can hear what you have to say. Wait, this is right. Okay. All right, Kofi.
Yeah.
Okay. Please, how are you doing? How has your day been?
Charlie, my day has been good. I'm doing good. How about you?
Charlie, everything is fine, man. Everything is fine. This whole COVID-19 thing is having a toll on us, but Charlie, we still move through.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so we got to that. You have a question for us, Charlie. Seun, welcome. Justice, everybody coming in, welcome. Don't forget to drop your thumbs up. So yes, Kofi, please go ahead. Let's hear your question.
Okay, so there's this thing that I have realized. I don't know if it's just me or other people too as well. See, so you see, let's say people who have been doing photography for a very long time, those who have been doing it way before, like me, I started, and some of us started. They like to collaborate with people they already like have that are already there. Right, rather than like, is it wrong to collaborate with someone who is not up your level, or does the person have to be on your level before you can collaborate with them and all that?
Okay, that's a very, very valid question. You know, it's a very, very valid. I think Sela will answer that for you.
Okay.
Sela, I'm putting you on the spot. Sela will answer that for you. And I think Cyber must. Did I say must? I relax. Cyber might also have something to say about that, and I will also have something, as well as the makeup artist who will be joining, and then the model also, because this goes across. It's not just photographers. Seboni, you also heard it yesterday. You brought about this issue of the big time photographers not, giving time to the upcoming photographer, like not wanting to teach them and all that. So I think this is part of it. So I'll note down your question. They've heard it, and those coming in now, I'll repeat it for them to hear it. So we will. Okay, Nee is here. Let me add Nee, because Nee has also been. Nee, welcome.
Yeah. Charlie, I guess okay, we are here the question. I say, Kai, this question is
this may be our job visit. You know, Mr. Shorts was in my studio today.
I don't know.
We did some shoots, so we had some teasers this evening. And Loretta left here not long ago, so I'm not sure she can join us.
Oh, okay. Network, you know. Anyway,
yeah, the network. So, when she's in a moving vehicle. So yeah, so Nee, can you tackle the question for us?
This question, I'm not answering for photographers, like it's general.
Yes.
I have a personal experience. I'm a YouTuber and I featured someone. And later the person was doing videos that like I will never do. Like I even feel disappointed when I see those videos. And we have a collaboration. Anytime I remember that collab, like I get hurt. Like I want to brand myself in a certain way. You understand? But the person is also doing something different.
Salah, you are live, so we can see your face. Okay, Nee, please go on. Sorry for interrupting.
So I want to brand myself in a certain way.
Yeah, Nee, we can hear you. So please, the other guys, if you're on and you are not on the mic here, kindly mute your mic. So when it's your turn, you just turn it on.
Okay. So I want to brand myself in a certain way, but the person is also doing otherwise. So I don't know. Nowadays, I don't do collab. when you ask me collab, I will scan your page. I will monitor your page for like 3 months to know what's going on there. Before, yeah, guy, you know this hustle. It's not easy. This YouTube hustle is not easy.
Yes, at all.
You understand? To just do it. So, my boss, the collab, I think they are not being too no, they are not collaborating with people they only know, or the big people. They are just trying to play safe.
All right, so Kofi.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Nee is one of the big time YouTubers in Ghana. He
I
has
beg, stop this. I go chop my kinky. Bye bye.
All right, so you finish and then you join us back. All right, so Nee has a couple channel together with his wife. They started it back then when they were boyfriend, girlfriend, and now they are husband and wife, and they are still doing it. So he spoke about it from a content creator's perspective. You get it? So according to him, what he gave us a personal experience. Like he collaborated with somebody who was now upcoming, and the person ended up messing everything up. So that kind of experience would want you, it will make you want to only collaborate with people who are, experience something to your level. Like, let's say Selah, right now, Selah and myself, I can confidently say I want to collaborate with Selah because I know Selah knows the ethics. Certain things that I expect Selah to do, Selah will do them. I won't have to worry that Selah is not going to be professional or something because I know, he knows exactly what he's about. But if I'm going to collaborate with an upcoming person now, I'll be skeptical. I'll be like, okay, so after we are done shooting, how is the person going to handle the images? Should any problem arise, how is he going to handle it? You get it? I'll have lots of things to think about. See? So now it goes back to, the upcoming ones, even though it's yesterday, Sir Bonnie brought out this issue that most of the big time photographers don't want to collaborate or don't want to hang around these upcoming ones. It's a general something. A few bad nuts tend to spoil everything. So it ends up. Joey, if you can join us via video, I would really appreciate it. One second, Seboni, you too. If you can join, the link has been posted. If somebody has the link, please repost it so that these people can have it and then join us also. So that's the problem. Some of these upcoming ones don't, have the ethics. These things we always talk about them. What happens after the shoot and all that. And if Kofi, just trust me, if you've been through any of these experiences, you will be very careful collaborating with people who are now coming up. You get it? But then that doesn't mean we don't want to collaborate with upcoming. Let
me ask you this. So the whole purpose of collaborating is to learn from each other, right?
Yes.
So why can't you, if you're not sure of how the person is going to handle the file, it's because the person wants to learn from you. Me, when I collaborate with someone, let's say, I wouldn't say collaborate, but then when someone calls me to assist them on a shoot, I am more of learning on the shoot than to I don't know, but when I go on a shoot, I am learning. So whatever you do, I look at you and then I learn from it and then I apply it to my stuff when I'm working. But if you say you are skeptical about letting upcoming people on your collaboration because you don't know how they are going to treat the images, it's like you are being one-sided. If you can let them on, I'm not saying let them on, I'm just saying if you let them on and then you teach them how to go about files and then all that stuff that you think that they are not going to do well, isn't that going to help?
Yes, with what I said, I was talking from experience. Cassie, you are on, so be aware. Now, let me not talk much. Selah is on standby. So Light Blaster 0. How can you be 0? Where is Alpha and Omega? So Selah, please take over and handle this question for me.
Wait, what's the question again?
Okay, the question is more about collaborating with upcoming creatives. Why do people who have been in the game, let's say in the business for so long, don't like to collaborate with people who are coming up?
Okay. Plenty factors, I think. Usually, I would say a collaboration like that will usually mean you are sort of associating with another photographer's brand, right? And usually, if the person doesn't know how to handle themselves in terms of professionalism and probably how they even handle themselves online, you're going to have issues. You probably go and shoot. You share the raws. Some people edit, and then you feel like, nah, you probably shouldn't have, because the person has probably taken the thing like more welcome more than yourself. Maybe you, how do I put it? Sorry. The person is okay. Let me start again. The person is going to use it as an opportunity to probably get in touch with people who you are cool with.
Okay, sir, I'm not cutting, but Joey, can you please mute your mic for now?
So that's is that?
I'm trying to, Joey, can you mute your mic for now? Because Stella is on and you're giving us feedback.
Joey's on.
See Joey with his big heads. Okay, Stella, please go on. I'll mute him from here myself.
The headset said in my own. Charlie, carry my
look at that. Look at that. Okay, Stella, so please carry on.
Okay, yeah. So you may not carry yourself properly on social media in terms of maybe the way you relate to people, and then like how you handle your accounts. So if I want to collaborate with you, I want somebody who is coming in and not going to cause issues for me. Right?
Yeah, Stella, you're on.
Yeah. Yes. Most times, some people don't even need, some people actually don't even think about what essentially they are coming to do with a collaboration. You should have that plan in mind. Okay, I want to come in because I want to learn lighting. Okay, I want to come in to do a collaboration with you because I want to learn how to communicate and probably like pose like models or clients, that kind of thing. But then some people just make it an open invitation. Oh, bro, I don't want to join you for some shoot. I'll hold lights for you. And at the end of the day, it becomes more than that. So I think setting guidelines should be followed. You should, if you want to collaborate with somebody who you feel is probably above you, you should come out and be open as to why you want to collaborate with them. Because at the end of the day, some people are just looking for content to post. Some people may want access to the sort of models you shoot and the sort of people you relate with. At the end of the
That's
day,
100% correct.
It's not even the pictures. It's okay, Charlie. Now I know say I go fi highlight this model, then shoot plus some, or I go fi call this makeup artist. So it's something that you have to like think about.
All right, so Johnson, as Stella said, you understand. Okay, our makeup artist is here. Glam Clinic, if you're here, just unmute yourself and then say hi so we can bring you on.
But why is everybody dark? Why are the two people dark?
Yes, the model and the makeup artist are dark. Glam Clinic, are you here with us? Glam Clinic, are you here with us?
They should show their faces, cause
They don't get internet. They don't get internet. Internet will keep.
Joey, mute yourself and let's see. So Joey is the one giving us feedback. Why is Joey giving us feedback? Joey, you are one of the people who call a radio station. You want to hear.
How are you not seeing?
Cassie, we can't see you. It's blank. like it's black. And Glam Clinic is not. She's here, but I think we can't hear her. So please alert her so she can unmute herself. Joey, don't unmute yourself because your your mic is giving us feedback. Okay. And okay, so we are waiting for our model and makeup artist to come on. Aside that, Johnson has disappeared because his question, I think, has been answered.
Yes.
But then let me just
Guys,
add.
I'm here. Let's just.
Yes, Cassie, we can't see you, no problem. But the makeup artist, please alert her. We can't hear her. We can't see her either. Okay, Lionel, welcome to the show. I think Salah was doing some setup whilst we were getting the questions, so I'm sure that's how come he didn't get the question well. And okay, we are still waiting for the makeup artist and the model to join. So Joey, concerning the question Kofi asked, what do you have to say?
What was the question again?
You're also doing the same thing. Joey, I mean, you're giving us feedback. If there's a speaker there that loud, please.
What's the question again?
The question was why Joey, you're giving us like
I'm using my phone. I'm using my phone.
And the headset.
The headset is for my laptop. I'm listening to music.
Yeah, so you need to connect an earpiece or something.
That's the funny thing. My cell phone doesn't have that earpiece thing you're talking about.
Is it Android or iPhone?
It's a better Android. The Type-C kind of Android with no photo to jack.
Okay, because right now you're giving which is very irritating.
All right, let me use my laptop to connect and hit you back up.
Okay, all right. So we're waiting for you. Okay, so yes, we have Joey will come back, but then Kofi. Okay, Kofi is back here. Let me add him as we wait for Cassie. Please fix the connection with the makeup artist so we can get her point on this also. So Kofi, welcome back.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes. So far, have we answered your question satisfactorily, or there is something else you want us to touch on?
Yeah. From what Salah said, like getting into like collaboration, you just have to make your intentions known to maybe the person you are going to collaborate with. If the person is like it has been in the game a long time than you, then it means that you just have to make your intentions clear to the person and all that. So I get him from that point. And then I wanted to ask him, is it wrong to, like, as he said, some people collaborate with people to get access to the full models, the makeup artists and all that. Is it wrong to collaborate with someone just to get in touch with the models and then the makeup artists to use them later on?
Okay, now before Stella comes in, let me give you from my personal point of view. Now, there's nothing wrong with me calling Stella and saying, Stella, I saw you, let's say you have a rapport with this particular model. I want to have a shoot with this model. Is it possible you tell them so that, it will make it easier if you are recommending me or something? There's a difference between that and then me, trying everything just to get close to Stella, because I know Stella is close to these particular models that I want to shoot. You get it? So the motive should be clear. That's what I believe in. Make it clear that, okay, Stella, I know there are these 5 models or these kind of models that you shoot that I personally would want to go that same way. So is it possible, I get close to you so I can get to network? I mean, the essence of meeting people is to network, right? So if you have friends, once I start networking with you, those friends become my friends. But now I need to let you know that, I like the clique you have, and I want to be part of that clique. But you don't just go say, oh, so I want to help you do this. Then knowing very well that you're going there for, different motives. You get it? And then at the end of the day, if you go and misbehave, it becomes like, okay, I met you through Seller, so I'm so disappointed in Seller for this kind of thing. You get it? So it's all about the motive. Make your motive known that this is what Oganane, the way I will see your light shoes, I want to come so that you teach me how you set up your lights. I understand. But you tell me you just want to pass by and then give me something. Then you come and then that we want to be prepared for whatever situation it is. You get it? So Seller, if you have anything to add, please address it.
Okay. So I think usually sometimes this collaboration is like a one-time thing for some people. So maybe they'll come in for maybe one session and then they vanish. With our community, you have to build rapport, right? And it's a timely thing. You can't just meet somebody today and then expect the person to have at least a full overview of the type of person you are. It's more like a relationship. It takes time to know somebody. So I think there should be like some sort of bedding period where like you hang around, you shoot together. I mean, you have a conversation before you go ahead with I don't know how to put it. Before you go ahead with like maybe trying to enter a particular circle, you, like I said, motives. There's nothing wrong with you trying to get in touch with maybe a certain team. There's nothing wrong with it at all. Yeah, but then I think usually the issues are approach.
Okay, so you get it, Kofi. We all spoke about is the motives. I don't get why people find it difficult, explaining or letting people know what their exact motive is. People want to always hide behind something to do stuff, which is very wrong. You want to pass by and then know, let me teach you something. Let me know so I prepare for it. You get it? But don't tell me, let's meet at Accra Mall. Then I come without my laptop. I get there, you tell me, you wanted me to teach you how to retouch. You get it? So our meeting there becomes what? Useless. You see? So the motive should be made known. Just let the person know. This is what I want to learn. This is what I want you to teach me. This is why I'm getting close to you. You get it? So that there'll be no surprises. All right, so Joey is here. Joey, let's hear if everything is okay at your end.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Is there any feedback?
No. It's perfect now. So please go ahead and then address Kofi. Don't ask me what the question is again.
I want to know what the question is, because
okay, so Kofi is asking, why is it that the big time photographers, refuse or don't like collaborating with the upcoming ones? Why do the big time photographers always want to collaborate with their colleagues, like people on the same level? As the saying goes, monkeys play by sizes. He wants to know why you guys are doing that.
I'm getting double feedback from you guys.
So you can mute your video. If you're watching on YouTube, just mute the video just mute it. You can hear us through your headset. So mute the video.
Oh, okay. I'm done with the YouTube. All right. So if I get the question right, why the top photographers don't collaborate with okay. Personally, I've not encountered such issues before, but if I haven't encountered, I wouldn't know what to put, like what to say or something like that. But from what Seller was saying, I honestly haven't seen that before, or met someone like that before. Or yeah, most of the time I have people telling me they just want to come and hold lights for me. And after holding the lights from me, it's either I'm the one actually teaching them what I have to teach them. And I don't mind because me, myself, I want everybody at my disposal. So I don't care if you hit me up and tell me you want to collaborate with me. But little or none, nobody, I think no one has hit me up to tell me they want to do collaborations. Most of the time, I'm the one hitting whoever it is I have to collaborate with, like Selah. Selah doesn't, I'm sure when Selah was talking about the fact that how you handle yourself on your social media and all that, if it is about that, I'm quite there, like a lot of people who work with me, but I don't know, maybe it's because I also, like I said, there was this time I hit up Selah that, oh, I wanted to come and collaborate with him because I want to learn some tricks from him. And me going to his side, learning and all that, I have picked up a lot of tricks from him. So, and in as much as I'm good at what I do, I also want to learn from some people. So hence why I hit them up for collaboration. So the same way I feel that I want to learn something from somebody, and I'll use it in the form of, oh, I want to collaborate with you so that I can learn from you. I don't mind if a startup, me, I don't do monkeys play like
Relax.
I don't do monkey play by sizes. I do, if you want to learn, come and learn. But me, I'll use you, that one there for sure. So I don't mind because me, I'll also hit you up because I want to learn from you. So I'll say, oh, let's collaborate. But with me, there should be a resource that you have that I want from you before I want to collaborate with you. It's not because I want to, let's say, make myself available to the model you want me to shoot or the model you are coming to shoot, or because you have some things that, yes, obviously you have some resources I don't have, but definitely model is not part. The resources I want to get from you is your knowledge, your lighting skills, your editing skills, your retouching skills, maybe access to your studio, things of that sort, things I know I can't afford at that particular moment, why I do collaborations. So if you're asking why I wouldn't agree to, let's say, collaborate with a startup, I'm not sure I'll give you any tangible reason because I will accept the person, whoever is hitting me up for that collaboration, in as much that I'll use you during the shoot. So yeah, we'll all be in the same boat.
Okay, thank you very much, Joey. That was very, very insightful. So, Kofi, you've got responses from different people. Seboni, you are on. Do you have anything to add? Seboni has been advocating for the underground photographers. Since yesterday's live session, he's been bombarding me with, asking direct questions from the upcoming photographers that he got. Like, why do we always ignore them? Why don't you want to pull them up? Why don't you want? We've given him several reasons. So, Seboni, what do you have to say about this particular question?
Hey, I can see somebody say some people are not just approachable.
Yeah, that's Seboni. He was the one who put that. Yes, Seboni, we can hear you. So, Joey, please, once you're off, just turn off your mic. Seboni, your mic is mute, so can you please unmute it and come? Cassie, what's happening to our makeup artist? Karen, welcome.
I'm here. Hello.
Oh, okay. So Glam Clinic, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Yourself?
I'm very, very fine. How come we can't see you?
Only credits.
Joey, please mute your mic.
I will mute my mic. I want to actually say some funny stuff.
So I beg you to hear me.
Yes, Seboni, I beg, mute your mic. We have Glam Clinic on now. So once she's done, then you can come on. So Glam Clinic, yes. How come we can't see you?
It's due to one or two reasons.
Oh, okay, one or two reasons. Okay, we won't want to delve deep into that. So, you're a makeup artist, yes?
Yeah. Yes, please. I'm a makeup artist.
Okay, before we even talk about yourself, somebody brought up a question. Have you, I don't know your level, like your experience level or how long you've been in the industry yet, but let's just start this way. Have you ever been shunned by, let's say, a big time makeup artist that you try to collaborate with, let's say work with the person so you can learn some few things? Have you ever been turned down by such person?
Well, in my line of work, I haven't really approached a big time makeup artist to work with. Um, but where I learned my makeup from, the lady I learned from, like the school I attended, she's also a top makeup artist, but she's been open. She's been open. I remember when I was in makeup school, she used to take us when she has gigs, like she takes us to experience what goes on out there. But I haven't really been shunned by a top makeup artist before.
Okay, all right. So for how long have you been a makeup artist?
Roughly 3 years.
Awesome, good. So that makes you a top makeup artist. So have you, after like as you've been from the time you started till now, have you been approached by upcoming makeup artists?
Yes, I have.
Okay, and what has your response been?
I'm always open because as we all know, learning doesn't end. And the fact that the person is an upcoming makeup artist doesn't mean the person is less of a human being or less knowledgeable. You get, because sometimes we both go and then we work. The person learns from me, and I might pick something as little as the brush the person is using. Oh, I like the brush you're using. The person might not even know the brush is good or something, but then I'm like, oh, I like what you're using. It's nice. Where did you get it? Then we exchange knowledge there. So I don't turn upcoming makeup artists down. No, I don't.
Okay, so Kofi, it looks like it's a different thing in the makeup artist world. Like, most of them, and I think most makeup artists are like more of a united than photographers, if you ask me, because Joe, you agree with me. More photographers see it like, it's a competition. Me, I don't see competition. You're doing your thing. I heard something. I heard no. So
For everything.
I heard no from.
It's the same thing.
Oh, it's the same thing.
I'm only relaying my experience, like from my point of view. Because
So
I
you're
have
saying?
friends who have
I don't think so.
that
I don't think
they
makeup
have
artists
been
have that
turned
issue.
down. They wanted to. You said?
I don't think makeup artists have that issue.
Oh, we do. Yes, we do.
Oh, from
Because
the people I have worked with, because I try and introduce new people to the very good people who are already in the business, right? And all the time they vibe like they vibe more than photographers do, because photographers first things first, they'll cringe at the presence of you before they start doing oh boss. And even somebody who is up there will do, oh, boss, I don't learn from me. That's him or her trying to associate themselves with you. But with makeup artists, oh, hello. The hello alone will actually push you to continue the conversation. So I don't, personally, if I have seen any 2 or 3 makeup artists meet, I don't think there's a problem at
Okay,
all.
that's because you are outside the circle and you're experiencing, like you're seeing it from your point of view. Behind the hellos is a thought that, hey, what if this makeup artist is better than me? Especially when we are working in the same room, there's competition. But then you, the outsider, you will never know. It'll be between we, the makeup artists, like, hey, let me bring out my best. Hey, this girl is doing the eyebrows so well. Let me do mine like this. Like, it's always, yes, it's always in there. But then you wouldn't see it. You think, oh, because you said, oh, hello, hi, and we are all working on our models, so everything is fine. No, it's eating us up inside our aprons and our capes.
Wow. So that's what. Yeah.
yes.
Is it a lady thing,
Because I
or
want
is
to be
just
good,
makeup
so that
artist thing?
I think it's a lady thing.
Okay, so guys,
Okay,
those
I'll
joining
say
us, you're
anything.
welcome. We have not ignored you guys. Just that there are discussions going on, so it won't be okay interrupting them, reading your comments. So I will still go on and be reading your comments once in a while, but whilst there's somebody on, I won't be able to interrupt. So yes, Wait, hold on. Glam Clinic, we didn't get your first name, so at least we can address you by your first. So can you please introduce yourself properly now?
I say my full name.
No, just your name. Tell us just a bit about in like one sentence.
Okay, I'm Didi.
Didi.
Yes, please.
Okay, and
Hey, I know NGO. Is it you?
I heard Didi. Is it Didi or Gidi?
It's GD.
No,
So
Didi.
GD.
DIDY.
Joey, keep quiet. She says DIDI. Didi.
Sorry.
What is
I thought it
Gidi?
was GD.
Okay, so Cassis, just so you don't feel ignored, we have you here. So can you unmute your mic and say hello to us?
Hello.
Joey, not you. We are talking about Cassie.
Boss, I did.
Cassie, are you here with us? All right.
I did.
Joey, please mute your mic. You're on the phone.
It no be Joey. This is Seboni.
Okay. Oh, Seboni. Sorry, because we can't see you, so I thought you were off. Okay, Seboni. Yes. So can you please answer what Kofi said? You were talking about that yesterday, and today we brought you here. So please tell us a bit about it.
No. I'm not here to answer. I'm actually here to speak for like us. When I say us, we the upcoming.
But Seboni, you've been in this industry for over 15 years. When I started, you were in Epic. I met you in Epic Photographers GH, and you were a boss back then.
Boss, I beg. People, some people are not fast learners. You understand? Let me tackle my point. Right?
Speak for your people, since you are their spokesperson.
Yeah, I'm speaking for my people. I think the main reason why Joey Johnson, Ghanaian, like the top photographers wouldn't like to collaborate with some of us.
When you say top, what do you mean?
Please let him finish. Then we can question him later. We can.
Let me answer you.
No, I want him to answer because that thing has been coming up all the time. When you say top, what do you mean? Because
if we continue like this, then we will end up deviating from the topic. So let's finish with what he has to say.
Let me answer Joey. So when I say top, in Ghanaian setting, photography, when they say someone is like a top photographer, he has the numbers when it comes to Instagram. Like retouching is dope. You can tell the guy is like doing so well. Everybody wants to show it. Joey's retouching is cool. Johnson does like awesome pictures. You understand what I'm trying to say when you say someone is top? It doesn't really matter when you came into the industry or anything, but once you start doing so well, you can just see the guy is like on a level. I feel like most of photographers see the whole thing as like a competition. You understand? Hey, make a training. Hey, Charlie, you don't have like huge following. Even though he is not good, but he has like the numbers. You understand? And people feel like some people will threat. Joey is not really good with. I'm not saying Joey is not good with retouching, but like I'm talking like you see an upcoming photographer, you can see the guy is not really good, but just with a little push, the guy will be dangerous. So you feel like, hey, no, why for teach him? Charlie, the way this guy did, if I teach him, I will feel overpass me, go come overcome me, take clients, then things. So I feel one of the things that people wouldn't like to do collaboration is just that competition thing in the bar. Secondly, I don't know why I want to collaborate with say Johnson. Johnson will ask you like what camera you use. I don't know why my camera for be something way for make you collaborate with me or not. Just because you use 5D Mark III where they use T6, the feed put you off, say you don't want you plus me. Like right from the onset, you have a premeditated idea, say the guy is not good, like look at the camera, you,
No,
you
no, no, no,
understand? Like,
no. That's what sometimes a lot of people misunderstand that question for. We are only asking just because if maybe we have 2 cameras available, we can use it. For me, like me, for instance, I had this shoot at Sakumono recently, which I had to call Ghana, but I didn't go and call him. So I had this shoot and I had an assistant coming on board. What he told me was, oh, he can't use his camera to shoot pictures because they are not worth it. Like the pictures won't come out great. I told him that he should bring that camera. I'll give him my camera. I only asked what camera he uses because obviously after that collaboration, we will obviously want to collaborate more and more and more. If it is just a one-time thing, then I won't mind. I won't even bother asking you what you are bringing on board. But if I know, oh, I'll need your services, or I'll need for us to collaborate most of the time because I want like you around. I will need to like know the gears you have. Oh, you use this. Oh, you use that.
no,
Oh, I know what I'm bringing to you next time.
Joey, you're getting me wrong. You are coming from like a top photographer's angle. Where you are, you can use any camera. You understand? Where maybe you started from the T3Is and like way back. Now you are using the Mark 4s and Mark 3s. You understand? Well,
Okay.
Catalyst was trying to say maybe it's because of like maybe you feel like if I'm supposed to collaborate with you, I'm going to benefit more because yes, you don't have anything to learn from me. Maybe just because you see me like I'm an up and coming, you understand? I don't know if you get my point, but I know that's the perception most top photographers in the industry have. You
No, I
understand?
don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay, so now
It's
let me
the
just
truth.
chip this in. Let me just chip this in. Now, most, there's this inferiority complex, which is normal with human beings. Most startups, when you ask them what camera or what gear do you have, they feel intimidated already. You get it? So that's low self-esteem. As Joey said, if somebody says, so I want to learn from you, first question I'll ask is, what gear do you have? So
You
I will know
understand?
how to plan how to teach you. If you're using Canon and I'm using Nikon, or let's say you're using Nikon and I get to know that I'm also using Nikon, I'm like, okay, I have a couple of lenses I can use to teach you using just your body. You get it? But all those things is just to give me an idea of what it's not to belittle you or anything. And I know the thing is when you have, let's say you're driving some Picanto, and then all your friends have Jaguar or something, and then somebody sees that they ask you, what car do you have? Already you feel intimidated because you're around people who are using big cars, and you think, or just because it's like Sark said, when when you're poor and somebody even asks you, have you eaten? You already feel offended because you think the person is asking you so that they will give you money or something. So that thing is there. When people ask you what gear do you use, it doesn't necessarily mean we are belittling you, or we just want to know what you have so we can also plan what to teach you or what to bring on board or something. You get it?
No.
Okay, Johnson, you want to take leave?
I think no. Let me chip in something. I think there is a conflict here. When you're talking about collaboration, or we are talking about we helping, like the top photographers helping up and coming. Because if I say I want to collaborate with you, it doesn't necessarily mean I want to learn something from you. It might be okay.
The collaboration.
It could be anything. It's not always about knowledge.
Collaboration has to do with knowledge. So
it's not always about learning.
Yeah, now I think that's what the problem is. If you have a misconception about collaboration, about collaboration, that's where the problem comes from, because collaborating with any other creative you have in mind.
Okay, so hold on. Let's moderate this in a way. Joey, hold on. Seboni, hold on. Let's coordinate this so that we can have one person talking at a time. We have some latency, about 10 seconds latency. So let's just coordinate. And then there are other people also on the line. So Johnson, please hold on. Johnson, do you still need to ask a question? Because there's Lionel is here that I would want to bring on. So you have the link, right? So once Lionel is done, if you have anything you want to say, just send a request or join, and then I'll add you, okay? Johnson, your mic is mute.
I just want to ask a quick one before I go backstage. So
Lionel, please hold on, okay?
this is to Joey. He made a statement and then he was like, if you don't have anything to bring on board, he doesn't think he's going to like collaborate with you. So
That is
does
not
that
what
mean
I
that?
said. That is not what I said, please.
What
I
did
didn't
you
say
say?
that. I didn't make any statement of such in my earlier statement.
Joey,
What I
hold
said
on,
was,
Joey.
I don't
Joey,
know.
hold on.
Like
Let him
he's trying
finish
to
so that
say,
he can go.
I don't
No,
know.
let him finish. No, hold on. Let him finish. So just note it down. When he's done, then you can. If we keep interrupting people, we won't get this done. So Johnson, please go on.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, but that is what I heard. So you were like you won't collaborate with someone if they don't have anything to bring on board. And then I wanted to ask if, let's say me, I don't have the money to buy the big gears and all that, but then I want to learn. And then what the equipment I have is just like startup equipment, beginner equipment. Does that mean that when I come to you and then I ask you, oh, I want to like learn from you, and then all that, is it that you're not going to do it because I don't have equipment that is going to help you in the future, or what? Yeah, I'm done.
Can I talk now, please?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so Johnson, are you done with your question? Okay, so can we add Lionel so that once we are done with Lionel, we can add you back? So just keep the link so that once Lionel is done, we bring you back, Johnson. Are you okay with that? All right, all right. Thank you.
Can I answer him?
Yeah. Hold on, Joey. Hold on. You get to answer. Hold on. Relax. No, you won't forget. You won't forget. So just hold on. Okay, Lion. Hold on. I'm bringing you on. All right, Joey. So please answer. Lion, please mute
Right.
your mic and stay on standby.
Okay, so
And
like you
Joey,
said,
please hold on. Didi, we've not forgotten you. Cassie, we've not forgotten you also. So just hang on a bit for us. Joey, please go on.
what he was saying, I didn't make any statement that I stand to be corrected, but I didn't make any statement that if you don't have anything to bring on board, I won't collaborate with you. What
Joey,
I
I
was
think
saying,
I heard that you made a statement which denotes, something like that. That if you are not bringing anything on board,
I was correcting Cassie, Sir Bonnie. Is it Sir Bonnie or Cassie? I was correcting him by saying this. He mentioned that the misconception behind collaboration. I said the misconception behind collaboration is if you don't have this in mind, the idea of learning in mind, then there's no need for collaboration. Because for me personally, let me please. For me personally, if I'm going to collaborate with anybody, I am going to learn.
Okay.
In as much as I have, let's say, powered up the concept, I am actually the main collaborator. I still want to learn from whoever it is that I'm going to learn from. To answer a second question on if I had said that concerning him bringing gears on board and all that. With me, when I started, I had no gear. And the idea of hitting somebody to learn from that person, not even collaborate, I had to be shut down and all that. And to even move from learning to collaboration, they won't give you that chance. So if I wasn't given that chance, why wouldn't I give that chance to somebody who's also coming up like how I was? My purpose is to make it easy for anybody who's up and coming. You get it? So I don't mind if you even bring a cell phone. Do you know what people do with their cell phones? No. So
exactly.
I don't mind if you even come with your cell phone. So far as you have the idea to collaborate and learn, I might learn something from you that I don't even know. I'm always learning. That I'm not going to lie. I'm always learning from people who are even starting up. Because when you're starting up, you are eager to learn everything. And when you're already there, when you are, let's say, the top photographer they're talking about, you have actually let go of some things that you don't need because you wouldn't use them. You get my point? So the beginners literally have every bit of information in mind. Something you, the top photographer, might have forgotten. They have it in mind and they'll ask and it will bring your attention back to that. So I won't tell anybody that even if you are using Canon 100D, come, we'll use the Canon 100D.
Okay. So that point has been now. Lion, welcome. Our makeup artist and model, please. We want to focus on you. So let's just take the quick ones from the photographers. Then we come back to you. So don't feel left out, please. Lion, what's up? It's been a long time, man.
I don't need credit, Anna.
Yo,
Yeah,
Lion.
yes, hello.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you wanted to make
Yes,
some
yeah.
contribution, so you have the floor now.
Yeah. It's been a long time since
Yeah.
I spoke with you guys. Yeah. And I'm really enjoying the conversation. Like it's really some of us can really understand the concerns here. Because the thing is listening to all the submissions, one thing is I actually understand why Bonnie was asking this question, and I understand what Joey is saying and what Silas and everything. Because even we as persons, okay, from my own experience, I've actually been through both. As in, like, I've been in the situation where I couldn't collaborate, as in, like, I wasn't allowed to collaborate with certain experienced professionals. And then I've also been in the situation where I didn't want to collaborate with, let's say, certain upcoming, all right, and for the right reasons. So now the thing is, what I am looking at here is based on the topic of collaboration between creative people. One thing is that we need to note here is the issue of business and pleasure and, let's say, learning. I realized that in most of the submissions, we were mixing all together. You understand?
Mm.
Now, there are moments where, for example, I have taken a very important contract, a very important corporate job. Is working like it. That job needs to be attacked with all professionalism and experience. So if I get a job like that and I need to collaborate, we have 3 hours to cover a live event or something. I know, okay, Gananye is very experienced, Seller is very experienced. Maybe the money is good and I can even afford to pay them and make some good profits as well. I would want to call these guys, so we go, we kill the job and we leave. Because on that grounds, it is not a ground for teaching or making mistakes or looking over anyone's shoulder and all of that. We get in there like military men. We finish the whole war. We walk out of the place. But what I do is I take on a lot of upcoming people, but I normally take them on jobs that they can actually learn whilst they are on. So, for example, I could take on a couple of guys to a wedding, and before I do so, I have assessed the kind of wedding I am going to cover, or the kind of maybe event I'm covering, or the kind of production I am doing. And then I know very well that on this kind of production, I will be able to accommodate these young or these maybe upcoming um, guys, and I'll be able to direct them well and also help them to learn whilst they are actually working. In fact, I took one guy to an event, and for the first time, it was his first ever event. He had never done anything before. Trust me, guys, I was amazed at the work the boy did. He did an amazing job. Because this was someone who was ready to learn, ready to listen to instructions and follow directions. So it was easier to collaborate with this person, work with him, and learn. Now, and I can also testify that I can also tell you people that I have collaborated with before, but today I'm also learning from them. You will be amazed. I mean, one of such is yourself, Ghanani, because
Oh, Lion. And
you
this is
know.
roadside.
Oh no no
Lion,
no
this
no
is
no 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 no
roadside.
no no! Make I talk. Because the point is that you and I go way back, and
Yeah.
and there was a time when you wanted to collaborate with me like badly, and then now I am always coming onto your YouTube page and I'm learning a lot of stuff because a software like Capture One, for instance, me, I didn't really care about it because I mean I'm a Photoshop geek. But the kind of things you have been doing inspired a certain interest in me to kind of like, okay, now let me really look into this well. And some of the things you have been sharing on your, live stuff and all that, I get to learn new stuff. So the point is that now it's not really about some of the things that we are saying here. I think that you can really make a careful analysis of the situation and make good judgments or make good calls. That would really help, But with the concern that Bonnie had, for example, I think that there is some level of unprofessionalism in there in terms of the people that he has contacted before. Because for some of them, like for example, if you just ask someone that what camera they use, for me, Lionel, it's a very unprofessional question. I wouldn't even ask that question.
Why do you need me to tell you the camera I'm using?
You understand? I won't even ask that question. The point is that when I want to collaborate with you, I'm looking at the job. Even if it's an iPhone you come with, and I know you are going to take very well composed shots, and you know your way around your iPhone, and you can do whatever you can do, that is okay for me. But the point is that we must ask the right questions. And it's also not about the social media stuff. Me, if you go on my, Ghana, if you go on my social media pages, you won't find anything. Because I don't post stuff. I don't post stuff on my social media pages. And there's a very good reason for that. Because I know the kind of jobs I do and the kind of projects I work on. And maybe fortunately or unfortunately for me, most of my projects are not projects I can put in the public space. So I end up doing a lot of work that I'm not able to share. So if you go on my page and you want to collaborate with me and you go on my page and you think you want to find something fancy there that will convince you that I am capable, well, you may not get, that is if you don't know me, you may not get anything interesting there.
But so me post things on their page.
Oh, see,
okay, so hold on 1 second. Let me just interrupt this one second.
Okay.
If you're there, please take down this note. We will find time and then discuss about social media. People who respect you based on your social media presence. We will discuss that topic at another time. So, Cassie, please note it down. All right. So, Lion, please continue.
Yeah. So, because of that, for instance, when it gets to that the people that I end up collaborating with most of the time will turn out to be the people who have known me for a long time, because they don't care what's on my social media pages and all of that. They just know me, so they know what I'm capable of. So it's easier for them to pick up a phone and say, hey, Lionel, I have a project like this. I want us to collaborate on. I want us to, do this together and all of that. So, and then sometimes too, we are also not talking about the remuneration here. The issue of money, the issue of payment, an issue of how we share profits and all of that. That for me is also one of the key things that is really inhibiting, the kind of collaborations that we do, because we really don't know how to set the terms of, partnerships or collaborations. So if you decide to do a shoot with Emax or whoever, now what are the terms in there? Though we are colleagues in the industry, but we need to understand that people are feeding themselves with what we do. People are paying the bill. So at what point do we collaborate and ask for payment? And at what point do we do certain things hoping for a better tomorrow? So it means that I could decide to start a YouTube channel with Ghanani, collaborate and go like, you know what, let's build this thing up. Maybe in a year's time. And it's when we monetize it and we start making money, we are sharing profit 50-50. Right from the beginning, Ghanani understands, I understand. We can collaborate and run this successfully. But the point is that somewhere along the line, if we don't set these terms right and someone feels that he or she is benefiting more than the other, and then the problem starts arising. Sadly, for someone like me, I have a different kind of temperament. I am able to accommodate certain situations, and I've done that for many people where, well, to them, they felt they cheated me, but to me, I felt I was just, doing my best for them. But the point is that once we need to learn, we need to learn. We need to learn how to.
Joey, please hold on.
We need to learn how to set those terms as well. So let's also know the difference between the whole idea of collaboration, the whole idea of working for someone on a job. So if Ghanani calls me on Saturday to go and help him with a shoot, I don't know, but to some extent, that may not be entirely like a full collaboration in terms of maybe working on a project. Okay, so we need to kind of know these differences and then see how
Yeah,
best
I
we
think
can.
that's
Yeah.
what I wanted to ask, because on your side, your collaboration was all about business, work, business, work, business. But I think Sir Bonnie and if I'm right, the other people here are only talking about like the kind of collaboration where we both want to update our portfolio, right? So
Exactly.
all you
Okay.
said,
Okay, good.
all you said has been geared towards, if I am right, geared towards the collaboration where I need you to assist me on this job. Yours is job, but from the concerns
I
of
was
a
talking
lot of
about
people over here.
jobs. I was talking about jobs, projects. You know, like in the
Yes,
creative space,
things
we do all
involving
kinds
money,
of.
but
We do
you weren't.
no,
I
not
think
just money, but like for example, in the creative space that we are in, even if you're a photographer, you actually end up doing other things that are also not entirely just photography, but because you have a certain creative knowledge, you may be asked to be part of a team or part of something, So basically, what I have read, I'm actually saying these things out of experience, in the sense that
okay.
most of the time we have started things that we even never thought, let's say, could become a business. We just thought, let's just do something for fun. Let's just
That's
start a
true.
YouTube page. Let's just start something. Along the way, when this thing started becoming something else, it changes. And then now the whole idea of collaboration and how we get to compensate each other, or how we get to understand the roles that we are playing in there, becomes an issue of discussion. So for me, I'm speaking in general terms, in terms of the fact that we finding ourselves in this creative space, we may find ourselves involved in all kinds of projects in terms of what we do. I mean, Ghana, you can be contacted for or Joey, you can be contacted for, even from a movie, a movie set, to come and take behind the scenes photography.
Exactly.
And these guys are not, let's say, contracting you because maybe this is a film being made by Yao Freeman, and he's thinking, oh, let me just contact Joey. Joey, come on board. I'm running this series. I want you to be handling behind scenes, BTS and all, like handle BTS photography and all of that. And then let's see where this goes. Now, in one thing is that maybe you, Joey, you have already seen Yao doing a lot of films, and you've actually been looking for an opportunity to learn a bit more about filmmaking as well. So for you, going on Yao's set, you are not even going there because of the money or even for the job, but the fact that you'll be with him on the set all through and be seen exactly and be seen firsthand how he goes about his filmmaking, directing, and getting the cast and all of that. For you, by the time you are done with him, to you will feel that you would have been able to learn. But maybe sadly, Yao may not like to bring someone like you on board. You see, this is where the problem where Bonnie is trying to talk about, because he may be thinking, we cry oba, then oba. But really, you are hungry, you want to learn, you want that opportunity to be on that set. That is why for me, I'm saying that from my personal side, I am not too hard on some things. If it is an opportunity that I know for this one, you stand a chance of learning even more than making the money out of it, I will take you on. I have taken photographers to events or programs where they were not part of the contract or nothing, but I just carried them along. And then whilst I am working, I am just talking to them. I'm just talking to them. And I'm going like, you see, so when you have a situation like this is what you do. This is what you do. This is what you, and just going out with them like once or twice, they are on their own now. They are doing their own stuff. You see, and that was all they needed. You see, so in our part of the world, it's a whole topic, Charlie.
As Natalie said, this is a whole topic, and as Stella suggested, we will make time. We can't cover all this in one session, even if it's something that we recorded. We can't. Okay, Joey. Thank you for joining us.
But it's a good conversation.
Sure. Okay, so while Joey is out there, Stella is here. let me, and I have other people also in here. So our makeup artist and model, please, we still have you on. So let me add Stella. I think Stella has something to say. Just before, after Stella, then we can have a makeup artist come on so that maybe she has something to do. So Stella, you are on. If you have something to say now, otherwise we'll just open up for makeup artist. Didi, are you there? Okay, so Didi.
Yes, I'm here.
Awesome, welcome back. Sorry you had to put the ladies on here because we know ladies, when we start with you, we will end now. So we just have to quickly deal with the guys. So you heard all that our people said, and from your point also, aside it being a ladies thing, there's the professional aspect. So please, you have the floor now. Go ahead and then tell us what are some of the challenges faced, in your industry concerning collaboration. Let's say, have you tried working out with some photographers? Have you contacted them? What was the outcome? What did you like? What didn't you like? Have some photographers contacted you? How did they contact you? Did you like it? Did you not like it? All these experiences concerning photographers.
Please, am I the one on floor?
Yes, please, Didi, you're on the floor.
Okay. Well, my experience with photographers has been amazing so far. Like really amazing. And I didn't contact them directly. Some I met on say a wedding, at weddings. If I have a bride and I'm working on a bride, the bride's photographer, he'll be like, "Oh, I like your work. I would like to collaborate with you. Are you available?" Or a model I go work on, the photographer will be like, "Oh, you are good. Can I work with you?" Or a model will actually come and be like, "Oh, Didi, please, I have a shoot. Can we, I want us to do a collaboration." Then the model introduces me to the photographer and we pick it up from there. So it's coming from different angles. I haven't personally moved to a photographer and asked if we could collaborate. Mostly it's my models, my clients, and then we take it from there.
Okay. All right. So according to you, you had a very sweet experience with the photographers and all those people that you've come, the models and photo. But since we are photographers here, we'll just focus on us. You've had a good experience with them, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right. Ceremony, please. The chairman of the underground photographers, please. You have the floor.
Oh, as my chairman, I know if you talk plenty, but me, I dey feel like they hide something. Like she no really want to talk what really happen. Sometimes if she pour her heart out, issues go pop up.
Okay, Didi.
So Didi, are you sure like all photographers have been cool?
Didi, your mic is mute, so please unmute and then let's hear you. Sir, Bonnie is asking you a question. Okay, Sir Bonnie, please carry on. It looks like Didi is trying to fix her mic.
For me, I still have issues with collaboration. You see, many a times it's like there's a conflict here. We don't know when we are collaborating, and we don't know when like someone is coming to you to learn something. I don't think it's collaboration is always about learning. You understand? It might be like it might be, but it wouldn't be like the main purpose of me collaborating with you wouldn't be about learning. Maybe I feel like okay, you have a studio, I don't have a studio. Moku collaborated and do some nice studio shoot. Be say I no be good. It's not like I'm not good. You understand? Maybe you have the space. I don't have like all I have is a camera. You have like a studio setup. You have all the things I'll need for that collaboration. Oh, Ghana, let's collaborate on this. Let's do some amazing work. You understand? But I feel people always think collaboration has to do with I'm not going to like benefit. It's always about who is benefiting. You know, Ghanaians have this mentality. At the end of the day, who is benefiting? See, maybe you've called me on your production. At the end of the day, upon all the helping I'm helping, whose name is going to be directed by Ghana or credit? You understand? You understand like where I'm coming from. So yeah, I feel like that's the problem with the industry. People feel like, okay, I'm not getting anything from him. After all, what am I going to get from him? You understand? So why would I waste my time going to collaborate with? And like I said, some people are just not approachable. If not for Epic, I don't know how I would have approached maybe Seller on a normal day, like Big Boss. Like I don't know how I'm going to.
You see, so
Like I don't know if they bab.
Seboni, that also has to do with your self-esteem. You know, some people from afar already, you know, or based on what they've heard from others, will already conclude that this person is unapproachable. Me, for instance, when you see me in person,
I'm speaking from experience. I've had several.
Approach me because I'm not friendly. This guy, Mint Click always says, Ghana, you always they look like you won't beat somebody. You get it? But it's deceptive. That's not me. When you get close to me, you realize actually I'm one of the most foolish people on this earth. You get it? So don't sometimes they take it from afar.
No. This one is not from afar. Like I've had several complaints from like upcoming photographers. Like, okay, we met this guy on set. Oh, we said like hello boss, and the way they pop, we like this guy to the figure him like you the bab, and they feel like why after all what, like it didn't take you a day to get to where you were. We all started like you bab. So at least it's nice to be nice. I mean, you never know.
Okay, so now you're talking about people not being nice to people. With me, you know, I have a problem with faces. I'm able to recognize faces unless I've met you more times. You get it? So mostly when I go to events or I go to the mall, people approach me and they're like, hey Ghana, what's up? And they expect you to automatically identify them. You get it? Some don't even introduce themselves. Me, when I see you, no matter what, I'll still tell you, this is Ghana, you know, so that at least you can refresh your brains or something. Because I meet lots of people. Now what I do is I also put up appearance. You're smiling, I smile, we all smile, we laugh, and we go. And I still don't know even who you are. So people say, oh, I met you here, I greeted you, and you know, you pretended you didn't know. It's not pretense. Actually, we deal with a lot of people, and some of us, our brains can't process a whole lot of these. I'm one of them. If I don't see you, maybe we don't interact a couple of times. I see you today and you expect me to recognize you tomorrow. Nah, I'll just pass by. You think I've snubbed you, but that's not it. That's why I'm saying that people from afar already have a perception about you that, oh, because you are here, so you don't want to, you know, mingle with those here. That already is bad. So it has to do with self-esteem also. Most of myself, when I started, you know, I found it difficult getting in touch with Dex D. Until there was this APPG meeting at Bob Pixel studio. When I took a picture with him, I realized, oh, this guy is so cool and all that. Because the first time I heard of him, it was an article online that I read he was a doctor, and so all that already put some, you know, intimidation on me. You get it? So people look at your social status and already build a firewall around you that, oh, this guy is unapproachable. Maybe they've heard somebody also say, meanwhile, that person hasn't even experienced, you know, me. Seboni, I hope you get my point.
Yeah, and
yeah, so some of them just conclude based on what they see. Like they see a picture of me, I wasn't smiling. Or they saw me one time on set, I was shooting and I was so wild that they think, oh, these guys. Or maybe they met me at the wrong place at the wrong time and I did not relate to them well. So they think, oh, this guy is snobbish or something. Me, I get it a lot that I'm very rude and all that. But no, if behind the text, you think I'm fighting with you. But in person, I'm here laughing, eating pizza and chatting. You know that thing. So that's it. Please tell your people that it's not everything you hear about someone that, or it's not how the person is chatting, the tone that makes you think, oh, this person is approachable or not approachable. Or if you approach me today, maybe I'm in a bad mood or something, and I'm not able to differentiate between, you know, when to put my bad mood aside or something. And Seboni, tell your people the hi, hello, boss, chief, what's up? That thing. See, we can spend like 1 week doing hi, hello, And you've not said anything. You are just saying hi, I'll say hi, then you say hello, I'll say hello. It continues like that and one whole week. And then you say, oh, you wanted to learn, and next time you say hi, I don't respond. You say you sent me a message, I have not responded, I'm snobbish. You get it? So all these things are things that you should work with. As we've been saying, these are broad topics. We need to pick them one by one and then deal with them. So Seboni, anything else you want to say? Okay, I think Seboni has disappeared. So Lion, you wanted to say something about the makeup artist, something.
Yeah. I wanted to share a story. I actually have two stories I want to share, just two experiences. So first one concerning the makeup one. Now, so there was a time I had a one of my female friends. She learned she trained in makeup, and so it meant now she was done and she needed a platform to like build her brand, and put herself out there. So what I did was that I think I took her to about 3 or 4 wedding events, and even though initially the client would ask, oh, okay, can I see her works, or maybe can you show me her maybe Instagram page or something. This is someone who didn't have that portfolio yet, but then I knew what she was capable of doing. So for me, as the photographer or the whatever, I vouched for her. I actually was able to convince the client to trust in the work that she was going to do. And yes, she did the job and she did an excellent job, and I was able to get some nice pictures for her. That happened for about 3 or 4 occasions, which just, was enough to start her brand and for her to, build on that. And all this wasn't free. Aside just convincing the client to engage her services, I was also able to convince them to pay her as well. You understand? So, I mean, it didn't just come like that. I wasn't there to teach her makeup or anything. But the thing was, the only thing that I added on the product on the job was actually to while she was doing the makeup and I was taking the pictures, to kind of like let her understand and see the relationship between the makeup artist and the photographer, when we are in that same space, working together. And most of the time, the issue of lighting and all of that, and getting good shots, and in the time. So I managed to teach her some of these things in there. So I think that I'm just sharing this example to kind of create a scenario where people can understand how some photographers and makeup artists can understand how that collaboration can happen. Now, the second example has to do with what you're talking about right now. Oh, you just
Is it the highs and the hellos? Hellos.
Good. The hello highs. I wanted to talk about that in the sense that so this is an experience I had. I offered to do the photography and video production for a friend of mine's wedding. Now I was doing this job for free. It was a totally free job. I wasn't charging, so I didn't go with any assistant. I went alone and I did both video and photography.
Wow.
Now they hired. They hired. Oh no, I did only the video. Yes, I did only video, but they hired a photographer. Okay, and initially I offered to add that service to it for her, but she told me that her makeup artist friend had convinced her to hire a certain photographer based on his Instagram, page works and all that.
That's
And they hired him.
topic.
Good. And they hired him. They brought him. Now, when I got there, I realized this guy was just a young guy who had, started, but just that he had a few works out there. Now, when he started the job, this guy was just missing very, very important moments of the event. And one thing is I don't like to intimidate others. But I realized that no, this is my friend's day. And if I don't really look out for her, she was going to lose out on certain important shots. So I try to really be close to the guy, be nice with him, kind of like be chatting him up, and then just be pointing out certain things to him that, you know what, Charlie, this. Now, this guy came in with this modern, I don't know, certain ideology.
Lion, you're frozen. Looks like the guy you are talking about captured your internet.
He
Okay,
was
so
trying to act like
okay,
he was trying to act like I am trying to teach him a job or something. I could just get that vibe, so I stopped and I went ahead and just finished my whole job. You know, after the whole production, later on when I met with my friend, she was so sad and heartbroken, and I was kind of like worried why. And she said the whole event, the pictures that the guy gave to her, were about what 35 or so pictures for the whole event.
wow.
And she was just astonished. And when she asked about it, the guy was like, "Oh, he was there to just focus on the couple and what there was no picture of the parents, no picture of the family people that were there, no picture of any other person. He just took a few pictures of the couple and that was it." Now, he thought what he was doing was a very professional approach to the job. But from my experience, that particular day is not just for the couple. Their family members are also part of it. And if now she has her wedding pictures and there are no pictures of family members and all the others in it, you see. So now this particular guy, there is no way I would meet him anywhere, or there was no way I'm going to collaborate on this person. Because even from the time of working with him, I realized that he doesn't have the experience yet. He is still learning, and there was so much he could have learned from me if only he would just allow himself. So that brings to my conclusion that we should also consider, especially with us the young, or with us also coming up, we should consider how we present ourselves as well. Because most of the time when you meet the professionals on set or on productions, they are most of the time very cool. They just, because the experience is there, the knowledge is there, so they are kind of just they approach the work with a certain calmness.
That
But
I agree.
the newbie, good, but the newbie comes looking all, like, hey, don't enter my space, Charlie. Me, I'm the, whatever. And when they do that, they actually don't realize that they miss out on a lot of opportunities, because we see them every day, but we never call them for collaborations. So sometimes the presentation on both ends also matter. In as much as we are talking about the professional who is being snobbish, and not opening up or giving the chance for others to get close to him, we should also look at the underground or the upcoming person too. The posturing that they also present when they find themselves in the same space with other creative people.
Okay,
Yeah.
Lion, Charlie, this one, see, we need to do more of this. And okay, so next time I'm going to have to reduce we can have specific people to be on here otherwise some people have been in the queue for like over an hour now and it's still not up to their turn. So
that's exactly what you are doing. We the underground there, we'll call you.
Ceremony. Okay, now we'll give the floor, but then we have one more person. We have Evans who wants to chip something in quickly. You get it? So Lion, if we have all your points now, can we just humbly ask that we add somebody else so that he makes his point quickly? Once he's done.
Oh, sure. I'm okay now. I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay. Thank you very much for joining. But we should be doing this more often, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So let me add Evans. Evans, be on standby. I'm adding you. Seboni, I beg, hold on. Wait. Is it saying okay, I think Lion is still on. Is Lion still here? Okay, Lion is still here. Let me take him off. Evans, who did I take off? Okay, yeah.
Hey,
Evans, welcome.
hey, thank you, sir. Thank you. For me, I just wanted to share a little thoughts on the whole situation. So I think from the beginning when we were talking, a lot of people confuse collaboration with mentorship, right? If someone calls me and say, I want to come to you and I want to learn, to me, you want to come and get mentored. You want to learn something from that person. Collaboration, it's basically two photographers who are well established, or two people in the industry, could be photographers, makeup artists who are well established, coming together for different purposes. One could be I have a job and I need an assistant from another photographer, so I'm going to bring in another photographer to collaborate on that job. One could be maybe we all need portfolio upgrades, and so I'm bringing together a couple of makeup artists, hairstylists, a lot of other photographers to meet together and collaborate so that we can all, at the end of the day, get something out of that shoot to improve our portfolios, right? So when we're talking, we need to differentiate between those two. Someone calls me and says, I want to come and help, or I want to come and learn. You're not collaborating with me. You're coming to get mentored, right? That's one thing. Personally, when I first started, collaboration played a good path in what I do right now. When I first started, I just picked up a camera. I think it was a T3 or something, and a friend of mine, actually the guy that did my wedding, he's a friend of mine, and he's been doing wedding photography for a long time. So after I played around with cameras for a while, I was just walking around taking pictures of trees and flowers. Then I caught up this guy one day and I said, I'm interested in learning more about photography. Right. And the guy says, come along. So what I did was I go along with him when he's doing his weddings and stuff. It wasn't a collaboration. It was a mentorship program. So I go with him. I don't expect to get paid. I'm just going out there to learn. Right. That is what learning is. If at the end of the day I want to collaborate, then it's a different thing. I'm bringing something to the game, he's bringing something to the game. But if I'm going there to go learn, it was a mentorship, and the guy trained me, right? He took me under his wings. I went on a couple of wedding shoots with him, here and there. At the beginning I wasn't getting paid, but I was there to learn, so I didn't care about money coming out of it. My end goal was to learn. After a couple of weddings, he realized that now I'm doing good, so it's time for me to get a little bit of pay. So guys, when I go with him, he pays me a little bit. Right now, that relationship has now changed to a different stage where it's no longer a mentorship program, but it's now more of a collaboration then, where when he gets events, I go do the video side of things for him, he does the photography side. Or when I have an event, I call him, he comes and do the photography side, and I'll do the video side. So that's how it goes. Right? Sometimes certain people, it all comes down to security, right? People are insecure about themselves and they feel like, if I'm bringing this guy on, they're gonna come take off my job or something like that. But then at the same time, you can't blame them, because people, especially in Africa, right? We have people who have this kind of mentality that they don't care screwing you up to get their foot up, right? But that's the whole thing. We just have to learn to support each other, and also stop that backbiting attitude, or where somebody gives you a foot up and then you now get up and you say, I'm bigger than him and I want to try to step on their necks, right? That kind of thing. That's all I wanted to share today.
Okay. Thank you very much, Evans. Thank you very,
Thank you,
very
sir.
much for joining in and for adding your voice to the discussion. Thank you very much. God bless you. Okay, so let's see. Okay, now we have Seboni. Please turn on your mic. Seboni, are you still there? Okay, we don't have Seboni.
I'm here.
Okay, so Seboni, please, let's give you about 3 minutes to finish up your submission.
Oh, me, at the end of the day, all I want to say is, like, the top photographer should give room to groom, to teach, motivate, like anything. People will come to you for help one way or the other. maybe just allow these people make then learn. If the industry be too big, and then like one Saturday, a lot of events are going on. You can't take everything. So if someone approach you, at least be nice. Even if like you don't have that time to help the underground photographers, as someone will say, just be nice to them, like encourage them, motivate them. You understand? But some people are actually, I don't know, they figure too much. Ibab. So yeah,
Okay, so Sir Bonnie, it looks like you may have a couple of people, deep down your heart that you really want to address, like personally.
yeah.
Because
I want to mention names.
yeah, Stella, if you agree with me, the way he's talking, it looks like he has a list that if we just give him the go ahead, he will just unleash it.
Oh yeah,
Am I right?
for sure. Plenty for epic.
Okay, all right. So let's right now we don't want to mention this. So let's just keep the epic days, those vibrant days. Let's just keep them. For tonight, we just want to, address, the collaboration. For today, we are just doing a broad discussion, Subsequent ones will have to, go specific what you should do, when you're collaborating, how you should approach people for collaborations. When does it, become a collaboration, and when does it become mentorship? Or when does it become come and help me? Or when does it become stealing? All those things we'll be discussing them, and then subsequent ones will have specific people on. So not just everybody can join. You get it? So for today, we are just doing is like a test transmission to see how well things will be. So I don't know if Didi is still here. Cassie, it looks like Didi is not here. And you, Cassie, we've ignored you for so long. So Seboni, thanks for your submission. You've spoken for your underground people, and we understand. But your underground people, to please go and relay our messages to them. They shouldn't feel intimidated, by our social media presence. I have I'm just using an example. I have 50K followers on Instagram. Doesn't mean, Charlie, you can't approach me. It doesn't mean if you DM me, I won't respond. No, but if you just continue DM me, hi, hello, sir, chief, boss, I they feel you and things, Charlie, you will get no response from me, especially when we go to and fro. You send me first hi, I reply hello. You wait, the next day you come hello, and I reply hi. Charlie, time no day. You get it. So by doing so, you say I'm being snobbish and that, but you haven't sent any sensible message for me to respond. And when you continue sending hi, I will keep ignoring you, and then you go on and be saying what I'm very snobbish and all that. So Seboni, thank you very much. Relay our message to them. Stella, do you want to tell Seboni anything?
I don't think I have anything to say. I think Kofi said a lot. So yeah, I think what we need to do is we just need to continue the discussion. Like I said, if we can plan a meetup and then have a very, very interesting discussion, because I think we'll make more progress if we do this in person too.
Yes. So Stella, surely we will do it in person, and that will be much more, straightforward. So we have straightforward things to discuss. So Cassie, are you here with us? Loretta, you're 1 hour 41 minutes late, but then we are still here, so you can still join. Cassie, are you here?
I am here.
Okay, so Cassie, I think we've lost Didi. So if you can bring her back, but in the meantime, let's talk about you. You as a model, what Joey, this particular one will come on. I'll make sure it comes on. Loretta, it's we'll discuss it after. But Cassie, you as a model, you've been here with us. You've heard everything that everybody had to say. How is it like with the models and photographers? Have you tried contacting some photographers for collabo? Have they, what has been their response? Has it been positive, negative? Tell us, what have you been through so far?
Some photographers look at social media presence, others don't. Some are generally picky. I don't know their reason. I might think maybe because of the level they have attained with their brand, so they are generally picky. because they want to work with some level of professionalism, which is well understandable. But all in all, for me, I've been lucky to have been able to work with a few people that some people would say that they are top photographers. That's fortunately for me. I've not had that thing where I think one time I DM'd a photographer to talk about a collaboration and he was a little snobbish, but it was okay because I understood. Maybe I just wasn't at his level yet. But then I have a problem when it comes to the money aspect.
Okay, Cassie, are you intentionally breaking or it's your network?
Oh, Jesus.
Hello, Cassie. Your network is misbehaving.
Hi.
Okay. Yes, you are mute. We can't. Are you done making your point?
No, can you hear me?
We can hear you now. So please go on.
Okay. Wow. Please, where did I get to? Where did you guys hear up to?
We heard about the money.
Okay, that's fine. So I was saying, I have a problem when it comes to money. Sometimes a photographer would call you for collaboration and won't give you the terms and conditions under which you are working. So they call you, oh, I want you to meet me at ABC location or come to my studio at ABC location. Let's have a shoot. We share mood boards. I ask you about, or maybe I don't ask because I assume you should know that at least initially I was living in Adan. So if you DM me a shoot, I expect once you ask me where is my location and I tell you Adan, I expect that out of courtesy you foot my transportation bill. Just out of courtesy, at least make an attempt and let me tell you that, oh, don't worry, I'm good, I'm covered. But some people don't even make an attempt. They expect you to come. Some just call you for collaboration for their personal gain, not necessarily because you need it, but out of courtesy. We are all creatives. I can't work alone. I'm always going to need the help of a photographer. So when you call me out of courtesy, even if I don't need the images, I will still come and help you. But some people don't extend that courtesy to models or makeup artists. I'm trying to get Didi to join. So for now, I'll speak on her behalf. When she's able to join, we'll let her answer that part of the question.
On her behalf, Sesen, are you a makeup artist? So please talk as a model. When Didi comes, she will. Catalyst, we see you. So please just hang on. And when Cassie is done, we will bring you on. Yeah, so Cassie, now let's. I think
you owe me.
Hey, madam, nobody owes you here. We are discussing something here. After, you can go and hold him and owe him. So, Cassie, I think you were going a bit further. Like, you were going beyond the topic. As in, now we are talking about collaboration. Now, whether a photographer has to give you TNT or not, that has to do with, agreements with the person. So now let's see your experience with collaborations. Okay. Has a photographer promised to give you TNT or that kind of thing? Then you get on set, finish, and then they bail out on you or something. What your experience through collaboration? Somebody calls you for collaboration, you get there, and things don't go the way they were discussed or something like that. Because we are looking at collaboration, not like a business aspect or that kind of thing. I hope you get me.
Okay, so you're saying that I want to get this right. You're saying that once there's a collaboration, no one owes anyone any monetary terms.
No, what I'm saying is it all has to do with agreement. You get it? Okay. So if you haven't discussed that, if you say what you assumed, he has the courtesy. Not everybody has that courtesy. So that assumption alone, he might also assume that, well, because you are doing each other a favor, none of you is obliged to, give food. As you said, as a matter of courtesy, some of us, when you come, we even cook and give you some. Some of us, we ask you, I mean, we'll, get you food, we'll get you drinks and all that. Some, out of care. I mean, when I'm broke, I won't give you even one peso. But when I'm smiling that day, I can give you something for TNT and all that. So it's out of courtesy. But then, if it's something that you're expecting, you should, I think you should just go ahead and add it as part of your terms for the collaboration. Because me, if I see it as a collaboration, I see that we are all gaining from it. So the same way, I could also expect that you could also pay for my Uber, if you are the one who got in touch with me. You get it? So that's that assumption, that monetary aspect, saying that what you assume the person should provide transportation because the person is calling for the collabone. It can be both ways. You get it? And then that also should be another topic, what to expect when somebody calls you for a shoot or something. You get it?
Yeah, I get you.
Okay, so that's what Loretta is also saying. Because when it's collabo, then one person paying for the other person's TNT becomes something out of free will, if you want to do it or not. But if I say I have a concept, I need you, to come and be the model, that's a different thing from collabo. So let's not confuse. Or Stella, am I making sense? When I say I need you to come here and come and do this for me, it's different. That one, you can expect me to pay your TNT. But I say, Charlie, I have this concept. Your mind day. And so yes, it's a good one. And it can, help your portfolio. You accept to do it. That one is win-win for all of us. Stella, Catalyst, am I making sense here? Hey, Stella, what is happening to your network? Am I the only one who can't hear Stella? And Catalyst, I can only see you nodding your head.
We can't hear Stella. I think his network is quite bad.
Okay, I think Stella's network is gone bad. Yes. Yeah. So Catalyst, let's hear your take on what I just said about the collabo thing. I know it's a bit off topic. Okay.
There is something called TFP. That's trade for print, and then there is collaboration, and there is paid gig. Now, trade for print is, for instance, I'm a photographer. I have a concept. I need a model for that concept. I need a makeup artist for that concept. So I go to these people and then I tell them, look, I have this concept that I want to do. I need you. So trade for print. Come and then help me achieve that concept, and then I'll give you the images for you to use. That's different from collaboration. Collaboration is all of you coming together, forming the concept together, and then achieving that concept. Those are the two things that are being mixed up here. When I call someone that come and help me achieve this because you are a model, I am actually contracting the person for trade for print. So as part of the contract, I could say, I'll pay your transportation, or I'll give you clothing, or I'll give you makeup, or I'll give you some products afterwards. That's not collaboration. When someone calls me that I want to come to your studio and come and learn something, it's not collaboration. There are a lot of things that are not collaboration. Collaboration is just coming to the table together, formulating a concept and achieving it together. It's as simple as that. And as I said earlier, the main aim of that is I want to tap into your network, into your mindset, and then you want to also tap into my mindset. Because once we create that concept and you put it on your platform, people see it and say that, oh, okay, so Ghanaian did this project with Catalyst, Selassie, this, that. Oh, then I need that makeup artist Ghanaian use. So it's just tapping into the network. It's a marketing tool. But any other thing, if it's not being paid, it's trade for print. If it's being paid for, it's a paid gig. It's as simple as that.
All right, so now we have the differentiation, and I understand perfectly. People usually confuse these things. I see a model, you have some features of a particular shoot I want to do. I say, oh, come be my muse. That's me calling you, for so out of that they ask me, oh, what do I get in the end? Oh, you get the pictures to use for what you want. I'll give you transportation. Or if I don't say that, you tell me, oh, okay, I would want to do it for you, but can you please help me with transportation? Or this is what I also want in return. We agree on all those things. And Cassie, are you here with us?
Please, I am here.
Awesome. So you listen to what Catalyst said. You listen to what I said also, right? So are we making sense? Like, or you have a different thing you want to add to it? Hey, who is that?
Very,
Catalyst, is that
well.
your kid? Okay, Cassie, we are listening to you.
Yeah, making sense, but then if you notice, most of the time when a photographer, photographers, I don't know if you take notice of that, but then most of the time when a photographer reaches out to a model, they are reaching out in the what did Catalyst even say? He said trade for prints.
Yes, trade for prints.
Instance. They usually don't talk about come to the table and let's all create something together. They come with a concept they have in mind. Oh, I want you to do this for me. And for me, even if that is if to you that is a collaboration, I feel that regard is supposed to be given to whichever creative you are going to be working with, muse or model. Sometimes we bring up that discussion and they are like, but it's a collaboration, so I'm not supposed to pay your TNT. And I tell them, no, this is not a collaboration. You are calling me to do something for you. I didn't specifically say that, or we didn't come into an agreement to say we want to do this. You contacted me that you want to do this, and I'm doing this for you. So, per that, you are supposed to maybe pay my TNT or just feed me on set, and they feel that is unreasonable.
Okay, so the thing is, see, me, I'm a straightforward person. When I contact you that let's have a shoot, I tell you, sometimes I just open it up. I'm like, these are the concepts I have. Do you also have your concepts? Or I ask you, I like your features, but I don't have anything, concrete in mind. Is there something that you've been wanting to do that, we can do together? So that I can just pick your mind and see if you're really into it, or you're just doing it because I asked you to do it, or you're just doing it because you're bored and you don't have anything doing. So with that, most of them, tell me straightforward, will you provide TNT? And see, to be frank, some of them are very unreasonable when it comes to the TNT. You tell me 200 cedis for TNT. I mean, are you hiring a private jet? Or are you coming from a different city or something? You get it? So some of these things put us off, and some of them make it like it's compulsory. Once we are, you called me for the shoot, you should pay me my transportation, you should give me food, and then they quote a price for you. You get it? That already is there. So now, if you make it look like it's compulsory, that I have to, and at the end of the day, I'm going to give you the print. So just let's assume you came to me for a shoot. Let's say I'll give you my normal rate. If my rate is 300 cedis for an hour for 5 pictures, and I call you that, I'll come, let's do this. Just look at it that if you were the one who was coming to pay me that to do that, and now you're asking me to give you 300 cedis for transportation and food. I mean, buffet cry a saying. You see? So if now if you're doing that, it's like you're telling me you're paying me for the shoot. And at the end of the day, I'm still going to give you the picture. So I think sometimes, as I said, communication is the key. If I call you for a shoot, learn to be bold and tell me straight there that, okay, Chief, this is something I've also been wanting to do. So let's once we are done, what am I getting out of these shoots? If you ask it like that, then now but if somebody says come and let's shoot, and maybe you're also scared because the person is a top photographer, you don't want, maybe it's an opportunity you've been waiting for, so you don't want to speak up. He says come meet me 11 o'clock, come to my studio, or meet me under the bridge at Achimota, let's shoot at this time. You pack your things, just go and meet the person, you shoot, you finish, and you're expecting the person to give you TNT. I know some models get stranded after shooting, that they can't, and they are scared to ask for transport because all these things were not discussed. If somebody calls you for a shoot, even if it's a collaboration, find out what are the details. You know, at the end of the collabo, what, or even during this collabo, what exactly are we? Who are which other creatives are coming on board? You get it? Some people go on set, like a model goes on set, and makeup wasn't discussed. She gets there and the photographer says, "I thought you could do your own makeup." You get it? All these things happen. So prior discussion, when somebody texts you, me, if you tell me let's do collabo, I ask you what kind of collabo. That's the first thing, you know. And now it's like collabo is being used by creatives to exploit other creatives. You see, they know that, oh, Ghana, I can't pay him, so let me just go to him and say collabo, and he will do it. You get it? And then maybe a photographer will also, so this model, if I go there, oh, let me shoot you, she'll mention money, so let me say collabo.
Okay, Ghana, let me give you an instance. There was a time when I started doing the red concept for my natural hair thing. The first set of models that I had, I got them through the stylist. I was paying the stylist, but I wasn't paying the models because I thought it was going to be a trade for print. Now, on the day of the shoot, after we finished the whole shoot, the stylist came to me and then told me that he agreed to pay the models. So I am supposed to give him money to pay the models. It was upsetting, all right, but then I gave him the money and then he paid the models. The whole idea is that it's my concept. I'm looking at my portfolio. After some time, I used these images because now I have the full rights to the images. I bought their image rights to use it. And then I entered it into a competition and then I won that $1,000.
I remember that $1,000.
Good. Now at that point, none of them, the stylist, the makeup artist, or the model, cannot ask me for any part of that because they have been paid for it. Now here's the issue. If you collect transportation, it's a form of payment. If it's a collaboration, nothing has to be paid by the other to overcome what the other is bringing on board. You might be bringing on board your makeup skills. The model might be bringing their modeling skills. The photographer will be bringing their photography skills. At the end of the day, all these three people have essential skills that are different. None of them has superior hand over the other, not even the photographer. So if you tell the photographer, you need to give me transportation, or you need to even give me food, then you are seeking for some form of compensation. So it forms a contract, because a contract is an agreement between two people where there is a consideration or a compensation. So once you collect transportation, once you collect food, unless that food is readily available to everyone, which means the photographer is saying that I'm going to provide food because you are coming to my studio. But if the photographer is giving only the makeup artist food because the makeup artist asked for food as part of her compensation to come there, then the makeup artist is out of the collaboration already because she has sought some form of payment. So she can't use the materials for her promotion. There are a number of times you have people calling people for collaboration, like photographers call makeup artists for collaboration. Then the makeup artist will say, you will have to pay me some money. Then after the shoot, the makeup artist comes and says, I need some of those pictures for my promotion. The photographer has to charge the makeup artist for
that thing, Catalyst, that thing.
The photographer has to charge the makeup artist for the pictures she's trying to buy from him, because she charged him. So that's the thing. If you think you are going to use some of the images, then you have to be willing to bear some of the expenses. It's a collaboration. It's a partnership for the project. So if you are not ready to put in your little bit, because you are saying you have to go and buy something, if you have to go and buy makeup kits, tell the people part of the project that, look, I have to bring makeup kits. However, I don't have the money now for it. Then they can decide that, okay, we'll give you the money for it, but you have to lose some of your rights to the images. There's nothing free on this. Like there's no free lunch anywhere. So if they are to give you transport and then you come, they are to give you food, you come, you do the makeup, and then afterwards you want them to give you the pictures for free. Oh, come on. We are being laughing stocks here if we do that. After giving them all that money, transportation, food, everything, then you give them free pictures. Of course, every day they will come for collaboration because that's how the it should be. So, I mean, if you are not bringing your part, if you are not bearing the expense, remember that studio he's shooting, he pays rent. That camera he's using, there is wear and tear. He has to change it after some time. He has to charge his batteries. He has to sit down after the whole shoot, do the selection, editing, and all of that. He doesn't bring that to the table and say, you have to pay some of my time because it's a collaboration. So we get it. Models standing there, shaking their panya and all of that. It's cool. But once you are done, the work doesn't end there. The collaboration ends when the pictures come out. So if everyone does not value the skill the other person is bringing on board, then there will be bias. And when there is bias, then it leads to people being ungrateful and people complaining. So for me, I can tell you for a fact, I've done a few collaborations, just a few, less than 3 models in my whole career, less than 3. The rest, I don't see it as a collaboration. The rest, I see it. Once you charge me for transportation, once you charge me for food and all of that, it's not a collaboration. I only send you the pictures that I feel like, okay, you should have. But if you've charged me for it, it's out. So the terms have to be clearly laid down. Look, I don't care. This project is your project. It's your portfolio. That's your problem. But you have to pay me for me to be there. Once you pay me and I'm there and I'm done, that's it. I have no issue with you. But if I'm coming on my own, then I have the right to select the images, the final images. Everyone on that collaboration has to select. I think these are the images that I like. Oh, these are the images that you like. Everyone has to select theirs. Then it's your job to retouch all of them and then give it to them. But if it's a TFP, you do whatever you want with the image once you are done. Unless you've had an agreement with them, I will give you license to the images for you to use for your marketing or portfolio. If that agreement is not there, TFP is just straight for print. If I say I'll give you 3 images, I give you any 3 images that I want, and I'm done with you. I know it's legal. It might not be ethical. It doesn't sound good to you, but it is what it is. I'm sorry.
It is what it is.
Yeah, like it is what it is. Like we don't look beyond that. It's the legal point of it. That's what you signed up for. You didn't read between the lines. I'm sorry. I don't see why we are putting TFP and collaboration and mentorship and internship all together and we are calling it collaboration. It's like taking Ariel and calling it Omo, or taking ClickUp and calling it Pepsodent.
Yes. So I think we will need to really define what collaboration is.
Exactly, because here, to be honest, here, all the models that I have signed on to shoot with them, we say TFP, and then we go through the terms. There are some of them, they say, I want 5 images. I want this kind of images, standing, sitting, medium, headshots. They tell you what they want. And then you tell them, this is the concept I'm going for. Are you in or out? At the end of the day, you deliver your point, they deliver their part, you are done.
Excellent.
With collaboration, you go to the table. There are about 4 people that I'm sitting on a table with right now, trying to collaborate.
Let's see them.
No. But at the end of the day, it's what it is.
It is what it is.
Like, it hurts me when models and makeup artists go through this, but they do it because it's their fault. If you tell me that, oh, any food is okay, and then you come to my house and I prepare banku and okro soup, and you tell me you don't like okro soup, I don't care. You said any food is okay. If you want jollof, you say I want jollof and then 2 slices of chicken thighs.
And cocoa.
Exactly. When you come and you have all that and there's no cocoa, you can tell me you didn't deliver on your promise.
Uh-huh.
But if you say, oh, anything is okay, and then you come and then you see gari and sugar and water and you complain I gave you soakings.
But that's wicked on your side. Why do you give somebody gari soakings?
Because that's what I thought they like.
So it now comes back to the same thing I was saying. The thought, people assuming. Don't assume. The timidness. Is it timidness or timidity of some of these people? You contact a makeup artist, she wants to ask you certain questions, but that thing that he is a top photographer, so Charlie, don't question him. If you question him, you might lose your spot, because I'm sure other people even want to shoot with him, and now he's choosing me and all that. That is it timidity, or it sounds like humility? That timidness.
For me, I don't think it's any of those nice words. I think it's lack of intuition or lack of discipline on your part, not to be clear on the things that you want. There have been people who have called me for collaboration and I tell them, no, I'm not interested. Those people go around saying that, oh, he's too no, he's this. No, I'm not interested, because that project that you are telling, I don't see that project in my portfolio. I'm not interested. That doesn't make me a bad person. If you want to pay me for me to shoot for you, that's fine. Then we can negotiate a discount.
Exactly.
But to come for my service for free in the name of collaboration, some people will come and say, oh, bring your camera, bring your lights, bring your this, I'll bring the model, we'll shoot a concept. And at the end of the day, you find out that these people are actually making you shoot paid gigs for them.
Exactly.
Because your terms were not clear. You didn't ask them, what are you using the images for? If you are using it for this, and then I see later on that you are using it for a commercial thing, this is how I'll sue you. This is what I'll do. Let's put it on paper. We didn't do any of that, because Charlie began with day, you be my brother, you be my sister. No, it's business. If your camera gets spoiled, that's when you know you have no brother or sister.
You have no friends.
At the point where your camera is spoiled, everybody's camera is busy. It's the hawk and a hen situation all over again. So if you know be sharp, Charlie, you'll be shooting for 15 years, like someone will say. I'm not throwing shades at Seboni, but you'll be shooting for 15 years and you'll still say you're an underground artist. It's true. Because you are not looking at the business side of it. You are a hobbyist. You are not even upcoming professional photographer. You're a hobbyist. If you are going to go around and say that, Charlie, I'll shoot for free, you have bills to pay. May I use my money? If I'm not being paid, I'll sleep. So I don't know. For me,
okay, Katale, so you are being accused here by Ni. Ni says, why did you wait for for it to get to 11 p.m. Ghana time? Or is it because your time zone has changed, so you have no regards whatsoever for our time here? That you waited till he got to this point for you to come on board.
I went for a protest.
Oh geez, you went for that protest. Okay, let's not go into that protest. Cassie, are you still here with us? Cassie, are you still here with us? Please unmute your mic and talk to us.
Oh, why? Cassie, boy.
Okay, Cassie is not here. We've been trying to bring our makeup. I'm sure she couldn't wait because we put her on hold for all this while and all that. So let me quickly, 1 minute. Let's take, Elom, do you have a question for us? 1 minute.
Yes, but my poem.
Who is talking?
It's Cassie.
So I haven't abandoned you today. Just that I'm trying to, I have lots of people here and I'm trying to coordinate well so that everybody will get their. Today we are giving we are sharing the cake amongst everybody. Next time is going to be just specific people, so the rest can just send in their question, either backstage or in there, then we'll answer it for them. So Elom, if you have any question or contribution, you have 1 minute to do so.
All right, so mine is not actually a question. It's to add up with the collaboration.
Okay, you
Uh,
have exactly 1
it's
minute.
difficult. All right, it's difficult if a beginner come close to you and then be like, "We want to collaborate, so I'll learn from you." Then you charge him. At that point, you bring the spirit down. Especially if you ask them if you're having a camera or which camera you're using, the person gives you a name like maybe maybe one of these Canon T type, and you'll be like, "Oh, damn, the camera is not at a high point." Only that can bring the person's spirits down to the point that the person will not be interested in learning again. It's happened to me when I began. I contacted some few photographers and I was like, "I want to collaborate with you and learn from you," and they were like, "You need to pay 2,000 cedis before you
Collaboration
can
or
collaborate." I
mentorship?
was like, "Wow, collaboration, you need to pay 2,000 cedis."
I
So
see.
even that brought my spirits down, and I was like, "No, at this point, it's better you go on YouTube and then learn from any angle that you can learn from."
Ghana,
Okay,
I
all right.
think yes,
So, Elom,
Yeah.
we've gotten Catalyst 1 second there. So, Elom, yes, I've gotten your point. I was looking at it from this perspective that, most people feel offended, especially people who have, let's say, something smaller than, the people they are asking from have. So now if let's say some people, some underages, I was there before, the first wedding I went to shoot, like it was a friend's wedding, and she said, oh, she's already had a team, but as a friend I should just come and see, because she knew that was when I started. I should just come and then bring my camera and then come and practice with her wedding. So I was shooting alongside Gilbert Asante. I don't know if you guys know him. And Charlie, me, I was having my D3200 with my 18 to 55. And when I got there, geez, this guy was holding Mark 3s and 70 to 200s and all that. See, when I saw those things, and he had some LED lights he was using to shoot those things, I already got intimidated. Charlie, I couldn't even I just hid my camera. And I was like a kid who has seen a toy, his friend playing with toys. So I was just there watching him, asking questions and all that. You get it? So even though I felt intimidated, I still had a vim to get close to him. But most of Sir Bonnie's people, the underground ones, instead of coming closer to you, they rather have it that, because they have something, inferior to what you have, they already have that in their mind, that if they get close to you, you're going to tease them or something. There's nothing wrong with having any of the T series. They are equally good cameras based on what you want to achieve. There's no need, falling under pressure and going to buy the latest Sony when you don't know how to use it. You see, so even if you have a T, me, when I ask you what gear do you use, it's just to know if I can, use my lenses on your gear or something, or I want to know what you have, so that if you're coming to my end, if you have a 50mm Nikon lens, you shoot Nikon, and you're coming for me to teach you, there's no need for you to bring your 50mm, because I have one with me. You get my point? So that's the reason why I'll ask you, what gear do you have? Not what gear do you have in terms of, are you on my level or not? See, I'm only asking so that if I need you, I need to meet you somewhere. Let's say I'm mentoring you, Elon, and then I need to meet you at Accra Mall for, let's say, a quick training. And I know that you use a Nikon body, and I have a 50mm. I'll tell you, bring your body. I'll bring only my lens. So I don't have to bring the same things that you're also going to bring. That's the only reason I'll ask you for your gear, not to make fun of you or whether to pair you to my level or that kind of thing. You get it, Elon?
Yeah, but with me, my case, when I gave him the information, I'm using D5000. I'm using D5000. I gave him the information. He was like, no, the camera I'm using is not high.
Yeah, so that's on his end is already wrong. So that's his mistake. That's one photographer's mistake, because that what he did is wrong. I won't ask you for what camera you are using because I want to downgrade you or anything. No, it's just so that I'll be able to prepare myself, and then if I have to show you something, I know exactly what you're using. Different cameras, the entry level and the pro level have different settings. So if you want me to show you how to dial a particular one, even with Nikon, the 3200 has different dials from the D750. So if I don't know what camera you use, I just know you use a Nikon, and I tell you, okay, use the front wheel. Meanwhile, the lower ones don't have the front wheel. Then how are you going to do it? You get. So I just need to know that, so that when I'm explaining things to you, we'll be on the same level. So I understand your point. That guy didn't do well. We need to catch him and lash him. One day we will do that. So Catalyst had to run away. Mr. Shorts, you catch us, eh? All right, cool. So yes, we have let me see, we have 3 people here. So Seboni, you're still here. Let's finish with Cassie. I think Cassie wants to go and sleep. So Cassie, are you with us? Yes, as Salah said, it's a big English. He just wanted to dissuade you, Charlie. There is swayed and dissuade. Okay. Cassie, please unmute your mic and talk to us. Because it looks like you want to go and sleep. So we need to, even we are a bit over 2 hours. So we'll just wrap it up here. Yes, Cassie.
I am here.
All right. So with all that we've said concerning, so I think mostly what what most people get involved in is not really a collabo. It's an exploitation. You see? So please, before you go into, next time somebody comes, let's collabo. Find out what are the terms, what are you getting out of that. If you realize that the person is rather, going to get more than, what, and you can also bring up your concept. If the person says, so let's shoot bikini, and you have shot bikini 1,000 times, or you're not a bikini model, you let a person know that what, bikini isn't my thing. This is my thing. I know people, you ask them, oh, do you have concepts? No, but I don't do nude. I mean, you've still not said anything. Tell me what you have, not what you don't want to do. You see? So please, you guys, yes, Salah, we will surely meet up. You guys should learn to speak up. Don't be timid. Don't let the photographer be the only one. I know models, you tell them, oh, let's have a shoot. First thing they ask you, do you have a concept? And that thing used to put me off. Do you have a concept? I'm like, should you always be about concept? I said, let's do a shoot. You can tell me, oh yes, I've had this thing I wanted to do all this while. So let's do. I want you to be involved. I don't want to be there. But mostly you guys make it look like once I'm the one asking for the shoot, I should, have my concepts already. I should have, I may want to shoot with you, but I don't have a specific concept. That alone might be maybe a no. Yes.
Most of the time, before a photographer comes to you, they have a concept. That's why they're hitting you up. That's how come when a photographer hits a model up, the first thing they ask is, do you have a concept? Because 90% of the time, when a photographer hits a model up, they already have a plan in their head. Do you get it? So when you tell us you don't have a concept, we should come up with one together. Then we are open to create one together. But then if you come to me, the first thing I would ask you is, do you have a mood board or do you have a concept you want us to work on? When you say no, then we move on to what we can do together.
Okay. All right. So we understand that now. Now, the major problem here that we have all, found out here tonight is communication, assumption. Almost everybody here is saying what? The assumptions are too many. Let's all stop assuming. Photographers are like, sometimes, somebody is coming and you are assuming the person has money for transportation. But as we've established, depending on the discussions you've had, don't just listen to people say, let's do a collab, then you pack your stuff and you're also going there. You need to find out what sometimes people come, I want a shoot. You ask them what kind of shoot, they say, oh, normal shoot. You realize they want beauty, headshots. You see, so you need to ask all this. Sometimes when you're asking, some people will be irritated that what you're asking too many questions. But Charlie, you need to, if you don't have enough info, if you are not comfortable with the info you have, don't go into it. Otherwise, you're in for trouble. You get stranded after the shoot. You won't have money to pick car home and all that. So first of all, Communicate. If there's anything you don't understand, you are supposed to understand everything it entails. Let's shoot at Ofanko Barrier. Find out, is a makeup artist coming? Am I doing my own makeup? Am I, how are we meeting? All those things. You should find out all these things before. Don't assume. Will there be food? For how long will we be shooting? All these things you should know. I know. I've never been asked by a model how long a shoot will last. Anytime I say, let's have a shoot, yes, they never ask you how long would the shoot last. Now they come on, and because we are all, I'm assuming you are free the whole day. You two, you are assuming the shoot will last just 1 hour. You come and then my assumption is wrong, yours too is wrong. Then we end up rushing the shoot, or you end up being inconvenienced because the shoot lasted longer than you thought it would last. You get it? All these things are things we should discuss. Anytime somebody comes up, let's do collab. And as I said, these days, 90% of the collabos that we get into, are exploitations. Either makeup artists wanting to exploit you because they can't pay you, the photographer, or you, the model. Either the model, exploiting the makeup artist and the photographer. Either the photographer exploiting the makeup artist and the model. You get it? So at the end of the day, it's one person's personal gain over all the other people involved. So once we learn to ask questions and make sure we understand the terms and conditions, as Catalyst explained, there are different types. It's not every collabo that's collabo. See? So let's put all these together. Cassie, I know you're going to let your models know about all these things. Ask questions. Don't keep quiet. Somebody says, let's do collabo. Don't just pack your stuff and go there. You can't tell me, Ghana, let's do a collabo. That's Green Park at the Accra Mall, behind the bus stop there. Let's go and shoot there. Then I'll just carry my soft boxes, my stands, everything, put in Uber, then just go there. We finish shooting, and then the next moment, where are my pictures and all that? No, I'll find out what kind of shoot are we doing, and what. Then I know what to bring, and I won't just assume. And I'll find out how long would the shoot last. How many people are we shooting? You should also know which other models are going to be there with me. How many other people are going to be there? All these things you should know. You see, I say, come and let's shoot. You get there, and then I have a stylist whom maybe I'm shooting a commercial shoot for, and then I told you it's a collabo, and then when you get there, if there's something that's not, you realize this thing is not going well, you find out, Charlie, okay, so you told me we're going to shoot bikini. Now, how come we are adding fashion to it? And who is this person providing the dresses? You get it? So that there's no surprise. But if you're like, oh, I won't talk, maybe I won't talk, and then that kind of thing. Nah, learn to talk. Let me not talk plenty. So let me just read a few. Everyone is exploiting. Yes, you'll be shooting, and the model will say she has to be at Kaswa. Cassie, yes. Hello, Cassie.
We want to talk, bro. We want to talk.
Hi,
Okay,
I'm here.
Seboni is still here. Okay, Seboni, one moment. Cassie, tell us what you have to tell us before you run away.
I said thank you. Thank you, Yapom. I'm still here.
Oh, okay. So, Seboni, let's hear from you. And Cassie wants to
So
say closing prayer.
I want to help Cassie. I don't know. We are all talking about communication, assumptions, and everything, but I think we all have to be like real in our submissions. You understand? It's not always about assumption. It's not always about communication. Like most photographers hit up on models for shoot, and like the whole idea is like they think they are doing the model a favor. You understand? They wouldn't give room for all those questions to come about. And sometimes you Ghanaian hitting up on an upcoming model, she'll be like, hey, Okobisa saying when I say, after all, like you have a whole lot of girls you can pick up from. You understand? She doesn't want to also miss
no,
that
the
spot.
timidness.
No, yes. No, it's not about timidity. Here's the case, Charlie. Onuafen was starting modeling. This is like a clear chance for her. She can't miss that shot. And who is going to be there, and I don't do this and I don't do that. So you let me go. Say a corner start here, then maybe if things are not going like the way I thought, then you can express yourself. You understand? Yes. Some like you now, you know, a VCO group more like a photographer will hit up on you like by force you have to be there. You understand? Like yeah, more you should give room to these models. Like be nice. If you want to shoot with a person, don't be all authoritative and all that. Like at least like you understand what I'm trying to say.
Bonnie, that part is also there. You know, we spoke about that, I think, yesterday or so, how, you know, photographers treat models, like, you know, with so much disrespect and all that. That's not what
So
I'm
it's
talking
not always
about.
about the model.
No, I'm talking
Ghana, that
about,
was on Sunday.
yes, we discussed that right now. I'm talking about, you know, the models, you know, feeling so like have that timidity, like, Ghana has called me to do a shoot. Who am I to ask him, you know, a question? No, that shouldn't be there. Whatever it is, you know, make sure. That's why, you know, I feel these white people, oh, they always want to know, like, no matter who you are, if there's question to be asked, ask, find out. Charlie, Seboni, you said we are going to shoot at Ebri. How are we even going? Are we going to pick plot row at Medina, or, you know, you're renting a car? How many of us are going to Ebri? So that, you know, you can also prepare for it. But if you don't ask questions, then it ends up that what we are going to Ebri, then we'll go to Ashoman, go to Seller's place, go and eat rice there. Then from there we'll go and see Loretta at Oyibi, beyond Oyibi. Then from there we'll go and see Cassie at Santo. Before we even go to Ebri, you know, all that, I'm wasting your time and all that. But if you find out how is the journey going to be, you see, Seboni, I hope you get what I'm saying.
I understand you, boss.
So don't, Cassie, please let your people know. Don't just sit back and assume that because this person, you know, he has 50K followers, he has 60K followers. So who am I to question him? What?
Ghana, I want to say something.
Okay, Cassie, go ahead.
Okay, I can't say all photographers, but then some photographers, 90% of the time feel like they are doing models a favor when they DM them for collaborations. And when you start to ask questions, they're like, but you the man or buy, and
so
you're
you dog that photographer and go to someone else.
Charlie, it's not that easy.
Maybe I do. I do.
Exactly. Because if I'm asking you a question that concerns me, and you are telling me, Charlie, you can't just tell me, say, Bonnie, you can't just tell me, say, Ghana, they pack your things, let's go to Ebri, we are going to shoot. And I need to unpack everything I have. Oh no, I need to find out, are we doing just portraits? Are we doing this? Then I know what lens to carry. I know if I have to come up with an assistant, or if somebody wants to, you know, all those things, I need to know. And I said,
you have a nice way of asking those questions. Some people wouldn't. You understand? They wouldn't like.
Those people are there. You know, there are some few bad nuts. Just like
and the thing is, the fact that you are not doing doesn't mean people are not doing it. You understand?
I know that
like people do
it.
Doing, yeah, people do.
I know you get names. You get names.
Yeah,
Okay, Kofi wants to chip in something small. So Kofi, please, you have the floor.
Seboni, please DM me the list backstage.
Okay, then you I'll DM
Okay,
you.
so you guys, please mute your mics. Kofi is on the floor. Just give him like 2 minutes, then we'll come back. Kofi?
Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, Kofi, we can hear you now.
Okay, so now that we know that collaboration is different from how do you call it, mentorship, how do we get to ask like the big people, as in like the people who are already in the industry, like doing great already, for mentorship? Because there are people that, when I started, I'm not saying I'm not big, but when I started, I was trying to get in touch with a couple of people, a couple of photographers, so that they could mentor me and all that, learn from them and all that. But it always looked like I should have something to bring on board before they could mentor me and all that. So how do you think is the best way to go about asking for mentorship?
Okay, mentorship. It's sad Salah is not here because mentorship is Salah's he's always stressing on it. Catalyst, is it possible you just join us for 5 minutes and then explain mentorship? Kobe, if it's possible, just come on for just. I don't think Lion is still here because his video has gone off. Lion, if you're also here, please come on and then let's discuss mentorship. But Seboni, I'm sure you come and talk for the underground people instead of.
I beg you. I beg.
I beg, you have work tomorrow, so please run away. Your wife is waiting for you also. Okay, Catalyst, hold on. Catalyst will join and then give us something. So Catalyst, I'm posting the link. So that's there. I've added the links. But if you can just talk about mentorship, like 1 minute before you go now, from your perspective, I'll really be glad. Okay, so Catalyst, I've sent the link. Okay, let me add Catalyst here also. So Kata, tell us, he asked, I believe you heard the question he asked. Catalyst, you born already? Hey, how many months? You go born already? Wow. Okay, Catalyst, let's go on. Let's hear you.
Give me a second.
All right. Okay, so
so mentorship. Okay. Here's the thing. A lot of photographers are good, but not all of them are good mentors. There are some big photographers who have said it over the years, like Joey L. He says he can't mentor anyone. Danny Diamond says he can't mentor anyone. They know themselves, they know their strengths. One of the things I'll say is if you're approaching mentorship, look at a photographer who shares more. Someone who shares more on their story, talks about their work, how they created their work, and all of that. Just look at it on that level. It's like going to Harvard. You apply, they will bounce you. But it doesn't mean you have to give up. Of course, photography, as you can see, it is very competitive. In fact, it's much more competitive when you are up there. Me, I'm still not up there yet. We are still climbing. But when you're up there, it's tough because you still need to stay competitive. So you don't want someone coming to ask you that, why are you shooting f1.2 instead of f1.4 when you are on Coca-Cola's gig? You understand? You want to keep running gun. But then there are people who take time off and then they're able to explain these things. So yeah, it's difficult. I don't know the right approach, but for me, the approach I used was that the first person I got the opportunity to work with was Apag. And I was lucky because he was doing a project for the place I used to work. So when I met him, I was like, oh, since you are going to shoot at the hospital, can I just join you with my camera just to take 1 or 2 pictures so you review it for me? So I got there. It's a funny story. I got there with my T5i, and then he looked at me like, oh, you know what? Come for this camera. And then he gave me a different camera, 1DC. I don't know what that is. One of the Canon Mark C or something like that. It was a very huge camera. And then he gave me a very powerful lens. Whilst I was shooting, I was asking questions. At the end of the day, I went home with the images. I did the best that I could and sent it back to him that this is the link to the pictures. Can you review for me? And then he told me my feedback. Like he gave me his feedback about the pictures. Everyone who knows Apag knows he's very busy. So it's not like every day I'll go to him. Hey, Apag. There are people who do that. Every day they'll go like, oh Charlie, let's do this. Tomorrow they are in your house. The next day they are in your house. At the end of the day, whoever is mentoring you will just tell you that, Charlie, I don't have time for you. You need to know who you are working with. Are you going to work with a person that you have to be there every day, or someone you have to be there once a week? You need to be able to look at these things. Honestly, I don't know how to pinpoint the approach. There isn't one approach. Ghana New will tell you, if you want Ghana New to teach you something, there are times, even with how much he's free, you can't always be in his house.
There are times I want to be alone, man.
Exactly. and sometimes too, you expect that the person has done their homework. Before I took a camera to take a picture, I knew everything about ISO, aperture, shutter speed, the whole physics about light. I knew how shadows and highlights. I knew about all those what do you call it? Dynamic range. I learned all of those things because I wanted to work with some of the best photographers, and I didn't want to look stupid. Like, hey, why are you doing this thing 1/250? I didn't want to ask those questions. Because of that, I was able to connect with some of the best. And luckily for me, I had people starting up who thought I was some guru bikra, but I wasn't. And that's how you learn. One, you learn only 20%. This is what I'll say, and then I'll end it. You learn only 20% from your mentor. You learn 80% on the job by you shooting yourself. That's one thing that people don't do. They think they have to learn everything. They have to learn editing, retouching, everything from their mentor. No, your mentor just guides you. So the more you do works and then you show it to them that I need your feedback on it, the more you learn. But to go to them and then say that, hey, can you please teach me how to shoot in the studio? Have you tried the studio before? Do you even know what studio lighting is? Have you shown them a diagram you want to even take a picture, like a mood board? Oh, I want to take a picture like this. What should I do? We don't do all those research. We just come to you and say, Charlie, Ghana, I want to learn studio shoot. Oh, you have to teach me studio shoot.
Yeah, Catalyst, your kid is back. Please, this stream is not for kids. So we are still here. Oh. We are still here, but we'll be off soon. In the next 10 minutes, there we should be out of here. So.
All right, Charlie, Ghana, you have to go. I have to go.
Yeah. We understand it. All right, Catalyst, Charlie. Thanks very much. So yes, Kofi, as Catalyst said, I'm just adding to it.
I can wait for Kofi to ask last question. Then I answer.
I think this was his last. If you give Kofi the chance, Kofi asked 10 questions right now. So we'll keep it tomorrow. See, we'll do a part 2. We'll do a part 2 of this tomorrow. Yeah, we'll do a part 2 of this tomorrow.
Someone
said, can you hear me? No, it was Cassie. I don't know what Cassie was saying, but then we'll do a part 2 of this tomorrow. I beg. Otherwise, we are running into 3 hours and it's 11 o'clock here. People need to sleep and all that. If you give Kofi the chance. Yes, if you give Kofi the chance, he will be some questions.
All right, Kofi, so, you can contact me in closers. You can hit me up on IG.
So I'm suggesting that we'll continue the part 2 of this tomorrow. Same time, 8 p.m. Yes,
247.
Yes, we'll continue tomorrow. So if you haven't subscribed yet, and if you have subscribed and you haven't turned on notification, please do, so that I don't have to be sharing links once I come on. So Seboni, are you here with us?
I did.
You guys are still talking about Epic. Charlie, I learned most of these. When I started, the first photography group I joined was Epic Photographers GH. And Charlie, I still remember. And Manche is one guy I really wanted to learn from. I really, really wanted to learn from Manche. See, I tried everything to get close to Manche, but Charlie, it was never successful. Until one day, I went to the mall with Quads. Charlie Quads, one great guy. I learned most of from Quads. So I went to the mall with
Fintech mafia.
with the short man. What's his name? FK Benny. So
Yeah.
apparently FK was going to buy a lens from, I think, Manche. Yeah. So I met up with him, and I didn't even know that was what was going to happen. I just met Kwas at the mall. Then he was with FK. Then we entered. Then it was Stick Escape. Then there was Manche seated. I was like, Chief, I've been doing a China group. Manche no go give me face safe. I will ask Manche. Manche won't even reply me and all that. So since that, after we met, we became friends. Because I wanted to learn how he was doing his natural life. Then he was shooting Chantel Dapa, Abrantia's now wife. And Charlie Mantel post this thing that Charlie, I wanted to learn the thing. Then I didn't even know, but Mantel wasn't giving me face. You get it? So if I wasn't getting what the time I needed from Mantel, that didn't stop me from looking elsewhere. So I got very close to Quads. I went to Quad's studio, saw how things were. Then I converted my hall into a studio. Then I met Sela. Then like that, I just met these guys, and it is so you, the underground guys, don't just say I want to learn from this person, and this person hasn't got time for me, and then you lose hope. No, if one door doesn't open, go and break the other one. You see, don't just stop at one person. Book me back. So because of that, I'm not going to try again. No, Charlie, don't let it dampen yours. If I had just gone, and after Manche and I became so close that I was like, Charlie, this life, things happen. You see, so don't take, some of these things to heart. Some you just have to brush them off and move on. You see, so Saboni, tell your people, your squad, when you contact one big time photographer and he rubbishes you, that's not the end of the world. Please move on to the next one. There are 1,001 photographers you can learn from. Some, you see them on social media, you think they are unapproachable. Some too don't manage their own pages. Other people manage it for them. So the messages don't get to them because they are busy. You get it? Don't come and, be highlighting me every day, sending me 10 pictures a day for me to CC for you. Charlie, the 24 hours now ends to me. You see? So do it moderately. If you're sending, let's say one picture, Chairman, don't just send me a picture and say, Chairman, how do you see this picture? I see it with my eyes on the screen. You get it? So just sometimes these little, I'm shooting and you're texting me, I haven't responded, then you start calling me WhatsApp call. You see, you're already making me boil. You get it? So these small things, you might think, this guy is just trying to be rude, but then just look at these small things. You get it? Okay, so let me see if there are any Studio One. Yeah, Cassie, you're on. Please talk.
So Benny, please tell your people that if they DM one big time model and she doesn't respond, they should DM another one.
Yeah, exactly. So if you DM somebody and the person doesn't respond, that's not the end of the world. Probably at that particular time, the person is having some bad time and you happen to be the scapegoat. So they will use you for chichinga.
But you don't get it. It's you that I want to learn from. It's you that I've seen something unique.
Why?
No. It's not about learning from just anyone. Like, you're aspiring to be like someone. I see your pictures and I like how you edit. Like, the way you were chasing Manche for what? Natural light.
Yes, it wasn't like Manche didn't give me the chance, so I learned it from someone else.
You are lying.
It's true. Manche never taught me anything. Like I've been quite knows about this. So it was this guy. What's his name? This guy, Danny Diamond. Danny Diamond shoots the natural light
on YouTube, so right?
Yes, Quaz got me his creative live video.
Some of us we can't do the YouTube stuff unless we are on the field.
You see, so I didn't get a physical person to learn it from. So Quaz helped me get Danny Diamond's videos, and I learned from it. You get it? So it doesn't mean that when one person decides that no, I'm not going to teach you, then that's the end of it. No.
We here.
You guys, so Saboni, tell your people. I know you are their president. Even though you've been in this industry for 15 years, you've put down your heart and everything, and you want to speak for the underground artists. Charlie, that's a good job.
Kasi I've DM'd you, so let's collaborate.
You see, so that's how if you DM somebody and the person says no, that's not the end of the world. Charlie, move on to the next. It's like you propose to a girl, she says no, you want to kill yourself. You see, that was just by the way, though. So I beg, let's.
If your girlfriend says no, I'm here.
Hey, girlfriend. Hey, Cassie, you are in for everything.
Cassie, what did you say?
She said if the girl says no, she's there.
Okay, I just DM'd you, so please check your IG.
Okay, guys, so I know if I give you guys room, we'll be here till tomorrow. So I see my eyes, they are already red. It's past 11 p.m. and people have to sleep and people have... Kweku Wilson, we've heard about this. Epic is coming back. The thing is, Epic... Anyway, let's see. Let's see. And all those who left, add them back and let's see. Especially Selah and Ceremony, add them more. If I add sauce and things, so if they go continue adding them till they give up. Okay, so Mr. Shaw says, I want to say something about a model, but I'll go wait tomorrow. Okay, yes, Charlie, whatever you have to say, please keep it. Tomorrow, we'll be back here, we'll be back here to continue. This is a very, very broad topic. And as Selah suggested, we will need, not all of you though, I'll meet up with him and a couple of them. We'll have a one-on-one discussion. I will put the video on for you guys to watch. Selah also has a channel. Joey has a channel. We all, we are all creatives coming together to, claim the Ghanaian YouTube space, because I learned most of the things I know on YouTube. You can also do it. That's why we are all bringing up on, so that we can't make time for every single person who wants to come and learn from us. We put all these things into videos, so that if somebody wants to learn how I shoot my people in my studio, I make a video about it, put it online. Seboni gets to watch it. If he has further questions, he will ask me. Now, that same thing Seboni wants to learn, his colleagues in the Undergraduate Photographers Association will also want to learn the same thing. So instead of them coming to me one after the other, I have one video on my channel where all of them can watch it and get the same. I talk just once, you get it. That's why we invest and create these videos for you guys to watch. So when we put up these videos, you guys should, make the effort and go and watch. There's nothing more annoying than somebody requesting that teach me frequency separation. You do a video about it, post it in a group. Nobody minds you. A day after, somebody also comes to post, who can teach me frequency separation? You see? That thing. So when we share these videos, you guys should, if you can't even watch it at that time, you can bookmark it down. One day you will need it, then you go back to it. You see, and then also if you subscribe, you lose nothing. Just subscribe, turn on notification. You might think, oh, what this guy is teaching, I know it already. But even me, anytime a video is, or I go on YouTube, I see a video, even about frequency separation, I watch it again to see if there is something that person is doing differently from what I already know. You see, there are certain people, anytime they post a video, even if I know it already, and let me tell you, every time I do so, I learn something new. Joey posts a video of something, maybe a color grading or color correction that I think I already know. I go watch it, and he does something a little bit different from what I do. I learn something new. The same thing, Prince Mason posts something. I go check frequency separation. We all know frequency separation is frequency separation, but I go watch, and always I find something new in what he has posted. Yeah. So if you are here and you haven't subscribed yet, or you haven't turned on notification yet, kindly do so. And if you haven't liked the video, it's very, very necessary. Just like it. And yes, you see, as Nee is saying, watch. We create these videos for you. We create the content for you. We invest so much. Oh, Charlie, money man here costing me every live session. Not less than 10 gig. So when we create the content, watch. If you can share them with, there are many people. Seboni, let's tell your people that when we create the content, they should watch. I wouldn't want you to always disturb me with teach me how to use Capture One when I have videos from A to Z how to use Capture One? All you have to do is watch the video and you will I make my tutorial so easy and understandable so that after watching, you bab it. You don't have to, stress and all that. You get it? So, Seboni, tell your people, we go the extra mile to create the content for them. So I want you, before you come and tell me to teach you how to shoot, I want you to already know some of the basics of shooting. So I don't have to waste time to tell you what f-stop is. You should already, these are things that don't change. They are basic stuff that once you hold a camera, you should know what these things do. You see, then the advanced things that you can't, just read about, or you've read about and you don't understand, I can help you understand them. Seboni Mibwa, is that not how it's supposed to be? Exactly, because after this, a time will come. I know you guys know F-Stoppers, SLR Lounge, Matt Granger, and all those people. Most of their videos are commercialized. They're on their website. You pay before they put the teasers on YouTube. They put maybe the first 5 minutes on YouTube. Then the rest you have to go and pay to watch. But we have devoted our time to make all these things. Whatever you want to learn, don't come and pay me. Tell me what you want to learn. I'll do a video. Go and watch. And also, you see, they won't watch and they will still want us to. So, Charlie, yes, we will just end here. Cassie, you can go to bed now. Kofi, I won't ask you to drop a corner. I know you have plenty questions, but then we'll meet here again tomorrow, 8 p.m. GMT, to continue this whole thing. So, Elon, thanks for being on here. I'm removing you guys one by one so that, Cassie, are you still here? If you're here, just tell us your good night, then we can take you off the video. Kofi, are you still here? Seboni, I know he is here, so I won't even ask.
I'm still.
Okay, so Cassie, please.
So that we'll all join.
Yes, say the closing prayer.
We are closing in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen. So, guys, thanks very much for being part of this discussion. It's been very, very helpful. And thanks to you guys. That's why it's been very, very helpful. I couldn't have done this all by myself. So, Seboni, tell your people they should subscribe and hit the bell. Anytime we come live, most of them would rather spend their data watching funny clips, watching and sharing funny clips, but they won't share the links to these useful videos and things. So please let them understand that some of us are putting in the efforts. I cannot go to 10 people and say I want to teach you, but I make a video that 1,000 people can watch. So they should make use of this opportunity, and then and they make us smile. When I post the video and people watch, I know that people are appreciated, and I do more. But you're posting now, teach me. You are in Kaswa, I'm at Spintex. You want me to teach you? Is it not best for me to put out a video for you to watch? But I do it, and you won't watch. You bab. All right. So, Charlie, guys, thank you very much for being here. We will meet you guys here again tomorrow, 8 p.m. sharp. Good night, guys.
Sharp. All right, sounds good. All right.